Nerd!
Well, hello, my nerds. My salty, salty nerds. Where be my ship?
Oh, God. Where be my ship?
Where be my ship?
I mean, throw on a Krabby Patty for me.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Salty Nerd Podcast, Tuesday's event. Hail to the chat. What's up, folks? I've got Matt Vader, 74, sitting next to me. What's up, bro?
Hi. I always go quiet when you do that.
Match
you
my
gotta,
energy,
you
man.
You got to quit introducing me like that. That was like my favorite.
How else would you?
I don't know.
You have to tell him 20 minutes in advance. I'm going to introduce you in 20 minutes, and
Yeah.
I'm going to say hi,
I'm gonna twirl my
and then
mustache.
you have to
Yarg.
also say hi.
And I'm gonna
Hi.
go.
How are you?
What's up, bro?
What's shaking?
Lots. We got a lot to talk
Yeah.
about today.
I'm
Judah's
kinda-
also here.
Hello.
Well, there. See, she matches my energy. You're like down here.
I'm not
and
even
we're
down
up
there.
here.
I'm way up here.
How about next week?
Look, I've been at the DMV all day. Okay.
All right, that's a fair.
Next week when you introduce him, I'm going to go, hello.
Yeah. No, just like stick your finger up his bum, and he'll be like, ah, and that'll be the energy.
You know, I've
Just-
tried that before. It has no difference.
No effect whatsoever.
No.
Make sure you use some
Yeah.
lube first. Okay.
Oh man.
I'm not going to lube you. Are we in a relationship?
I don't know. Some we have some kind of relationship.
It's
friends.
It's the pod
Yeah.
wife, right?
Yeah.
This got weird
We have
really
this,
quickly.
We have this side of the table. and you guys have
Immediately.
us.
Yeah.
You guys have your
My
weird-
actual husband is giggling.
right here.
He's giggling.
Speaking
right
of your
now.
actual husband, the frustrated producer of the show, Matt Hamish, who's
Dude,
giggling
yo,
away.
Put yourself on camera. Put yourself on camera right now.
This is when you push the little I'm gay button.
I like how the delineation of friend and not friend, the amount of lube.
That's right. That's a Jude thing. She gives it to me raw.
That's when you know you're real friend.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You don't get to make requests.
I'm not gonna lube
You
you.
warm it up first and warm up the lube. Make-
It can't be cold.
It's a job
No.
that was assigned to me via work. You don't get to make requests about
Look at
that.
me. You got to put it in your pocket for a while first,
I'll
and then
put it
when
in your pocket.
Yeah.
Also, hello.
Hello, everybody. We're eventually going to talk about movies or something.
Yeah, listen, these people, they know us.
I hope
They listen. This is tame.
This is
This is pretty tame.
yeah. If you see the member stream,
Like you guys have your gay relationship on that side of the table,
Whoa.
and we have our normal straight relationship.
Oh no,
on
we're
this side.
pretty gay. We're pretty gay.
Listen, man, I'm not over here drinking Colt 45, ready to be called gay. Okay, that ain't happening. Crack it open. It's
No,
good.
I can't. I'm drinking red. I'm
Yay.
drinking the fancy Johnny Walker.
Use your
I
butthole.
don't want to
Open
miss
it.
the Colt 45 with it. No.
And I'm gonna warm the chat up real quick, and I'm gonna tell my story about the gas station attendant. 'Cause
Oh,
it's-
okay.
it's
Yeah.
glorious. Anyway, before I get into that, guys,
It's not racist at all.
it's why would it be?
I don't know. Is it?
I was
Is it a
vibing
little-
with this lady.
Okay.
She was cool.
All right.
Don't call me racist.
Racist.
Is Colt 45 racist?
Depends on what
Are you-
context.
Am I not allowed to be drinking this
Yeah.
right now? Oh shit!
Cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right
Have
there.
you
this-
appropriated
like-
the Colt 45
like,
drinkers?
Only Billy D is allowed to drink this.
That's right.
Anyway,
They
our
shouldn't have
goal.
put it on sale then.
Our goal for 99 cents
We're
a
all
can.
fucking poor.
We need more members so we can quit drinking Colt 45. Can we upgrade to Bud Light, please?
Yeah, we need that
That's a
Dusty
downgrade.
Dub Pro money.
That's a downgrade.
Please tell your gas station story.
I will. All right. Anyway, our goal, as always, is 10 new members for the chat. Make sure that if you are a member, that you join us today for our after hours live stream. 4 members only. You know what I mean? Like you got to hopscotch over, follow the links.
I feel like you were doing a little dance.
Yeah, you know how to do it. All right, that's it for that. Also, give us a rating if you have an Apple device. It's super easy. You just go
Yeah.
on there, you look it up, Salty Nerd Podcast, and you go 5 stars, and then leave like a hey guys, and that's it. You could be like the Goonies, hey you guys, like just say that.
Wow.
Hit post.
Coming from you, high praise.
Gotta give
You
the
must
people,
really be desperate.
gotta
my
give the
friend.
people what they love, man.
Don't
if you-
be like Matt's mom and immediately press the 0 thinking that you can scroll up.
No, but
you mean my biggest fan?
Yeah,
That's
she's
fine.
your biggest fan.
Yeah.
And then she gave us a 1-star rating because she didn't know better.
Oh my God.
Please don't,
Yes, you screwed
do
up
that.
the whole thing.
don't do that.
no, I love that. That's even better. I don't remember what I was saying. Anyway,
200
you were gonna
one-star
tell your
ratings
Colt.
is our goal.
You're gonna tell your Colt 45 story.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so what's up, chat? I'm gonna real quick say hi to everybody. I see people say Colt 45, LOL, no money G. What's up, Nadia? Colt 45 and two
Hey,
zigzags.
Nadia's in the house.
That's all you need, baby. That's right.
Penny's always here. We love you.
Wendy Hunter's here. Never had a Colt 45. Well, you know what?
Come
Don't.
on down.
Let me tell you a story. Okay, so before the show, it was like an hour or so before we were starting. I always like to have a little snack. I get like one of those little protein cookies and usually an energy drink.
Mhm.
But this time I walked up and I was just so freaking frustrated because all the freaking energy drinks are like $5 a pop.
Mhm.
And it's like, oh, it's 2 for $8. I'm like, that's not a deal.
No.
That's a wretched, horrible price for a freaking little 6-ounce can
This
of.
time next year, it's going to be 2 for 16.
Yeah.
It's a deal.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm frustrated. I don't see anything in the coffee aisle. I don't see anything in the energy drink aisle. I don't want a bunch of sugar. I don't want a bunch of this. I'm not tired, so I really don't need anything.
We just want a little snacky
And I
snack.
looked over and I'm like, ooh, beer. So I go over like 2 doors, because you got the see-through glass doors.
Yeah.
Go over 2 doors, you look at it, and I'm like, oh, I'm starting at the Modelo. You got out here in Vegas, you can buy
That's
anything at the gas station.
Modelo
They've
is the
got
primo
Modelo
over
that are
here.
like this freaking big,
Yeah.
and they're margaritas in a can. It's
Pounders.
glorious.
Yeah.
Those things are awesome, especially for pool days. Ugh, unbeatable.
Mhm.
But I was like, that's a bit much. I don't know if I need that much. That's a lot. So I looked down a little bit. I'm like, okay, there's that. And I was like,
Work day,
Colt
yeah.
45. I'm like, I haven't freaking seen a Colt 45 in a while. And they were 99 cents. And I was like, God
Yeah.
damn it, you
Yeah.
sold me. So I grabbed 2 cans. Utah, give me 2. And so I went up to the cash register. I got my cookie and my little Colt 45s. And this sweet old black lady is behind the counter. And she's checking me out. And I'm talking to her. It's raining here in Vegas. So I'm like, oh, yeah, it's, crazy weather out here. Oh, yeah, just shooting the shit.
Mhm.
And I'm like, hey, do you need an ID? And she's like, no, honey, you're good. And I'm like,
But
"What?"
you tried to ID yourself.
Well, I usually just ask because they can get in trouble they have a little placard.
Aren't you in your mid 30s?
That's
They
the
always
beard.
ask.
They
They're
always
always
ask.
supposed to ask
Yeah.
because they're being
They're
recorded.
being
and
watched.
They have to
Yeah.
show video evidence that they are
Right.
requiring people to show evidence.
Thank you, Jude.
Yeah, you're welcome. I got you.
Thank you. And she's like,
her, I got you.
yeah. She's like, no, I got you, honey. It's cool. And I'm like, oh, well, thanks. At least I look not young, I guess. She's like, well, anybody old enough to get a Colt 45 is old enough to drink a Colt 45. And I'm like, represent.
Yeah.
I get it.
God.
That was legit. And I'm like, thank you so much.
Mhm.
That was awesome. And she was like, yeah, most of these kids these days, they don't even know what Colt 45 is. And I'm
That's
like,
why it's 99 cents.
I'm telling you, it's good, cheap beer. And I was like, you know what? I'm representing Billy D. Williams today. And she's like, good job.
Making
Oh,
them
boy.
proud.
Good deal.
That's good.
I wouldn't say it's good cheap beer. I would say it's beer
I mean,
and also cheap.
Better than Bud Light.
there's Colt 45 in there.
It's on
PBR,
par
right?
with Bud Light. That is the same fucking recipe in a different can.
Well, Pat's Blue Ribbon owns Colt 45.
Mhm.
I Googled it because I was curious. I'm like, oh, I hope freaking Anheuser-Busch doesn't own Colt 45. They don't. It's
And
Pabst.
if
Well,
you-
no, we're
if
okay
you've-
now.
If you've been a long time watcher or listener of our show, scroll back a few years to when this guy was like, I fucking love PBR.
I do. I like shotgunning it for a quick, gross drunk.
Now that's a
But-
trailer idea. We can rip that video off and put it in there.
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
we could remake that one. Yeah.
Oh, we have footage of you teaching Alex how to
Yeah, I know.
shotgun a
He was
beer.
wearing fur and
Flannel.
plaid.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were dressed up that day.
Flannel and
Cut off
trucker
sleeves
hat.
on the fat flannel
We were,
shirt.
we were reviewing Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Tucker
That's
and
what it was.
Dale
It was
versus Evil.
Hillbilly
crazy,
horror.
crazy cabin day
Yeah.
or something like that. Some weird thing that we did.
We used to dress up for shows.
Well, once or twice.
Miss
Yeah.
those days.
I would like to dress up for your show
I
again.
wouldn't mind doing that.
I dress up every week.
You do, you cult leader. You're upside down crosses and shit. Stressing me out over
What
here,
I
dude.
mean is, I just get dressed up, not like this is my normal shit.
Sure. Yeah.
I just don't have on like fucking pajamas when I come in.
Well, thank God for that.
Yeah, sometimes I do.
No, please don't.
I like
No,
to-
you were
I like to be kept in sweatpants. once
after
in a
the
while.
after the party we had the other day, the next day, like my friends texted me and I was like, "Yo, I'm in yesterday's PJs. I'm not doing anything
It's
today."
like I got a little bit of a funk going
Checking
on
out.
over here. So just
Yeah.
ignore it.
I got you. I feel you. Anyway, that's my gas station story. It was great.
It was great.
All right. First topic on the docket today. Lynch versus, how do you say this guy's name? Villeneuve. Villeneuve?
Yep.
There's a V at the end?
Villeneuve.
Lynch versus Villeneuve. So we're talking Dune. It's Dune versus Dune today. I'm very excited because I watched both of these movies over the last week.
Herbert versus Herbert.
And My goodness, what a journey that was.
Yeah.
So I had
Yeah.
never seen the Lynch's Dune all the way
Really?
through.
Really?
I've seen snippets, I've seen clips, oh, it's Patrick Stewart with the long hair, it's weird. Hoo-hoo. I've seen, all of these old dated spaceships from the, whenever this movie was made, it's 80s or something like that. And it was like, yeah, it's dated CGI, yada, yada, yada. I've never actually sat down and
Still looks good.
just consumed David Lynch's Dune. It was a lot.
Yeah.
I can't say I'm a fan of it. I didn't mind it. I didn't hate it, but I was like, Now, Villeneuve's Dune on the other hand. I know it's not finished yet. We have part 2 to wait for, but freaking, I could watch that movie any
We
day
have
of the week.
part Utah.
Listen,
Part Utah, yeah.
it's the same movie.
I know it's the same movie,
It's literally the same movie.
but man, the Villeneuve,
You can take the Villeneuve movie and cut out some of the extraneous bullshit and make the exact same movie. The first 2 acts, at least,
Do you
yeah.
want me to tell you what it's
Yep.
about?
scene for scene,
Do you know-
line for line.
Well, yeah, it's based on a book. That's what
Yeah.
happens when you follow the source
But they
material.
even edited it the same. There's no scenes that are in the Lynch movie that aren't in the Villeneuve movie.
I'll challenge you on that.
Jude's
Okay.
got some information and a synopsis.
I do.
Roll with it.
1984, Dune, rated PG-13 with a runtime of 2 hours, 17 minutes, with a budget of $40 million.
That's it?
What do you think this brought in?
Whoa.
$40 million.
Oh, we haven't played this game in a
1984.
while.
I know.
Whoa. How much did it
We're
make in the
missing
box?
games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see the chat. How much money do you think this movie made in the box office? I'm gonna say
I have no idea.
We'll give you 10 seconds.
75 million.
Don't fucking IMDb it, chat.
It probably lost money. I don't know.
You think it lost money?
I'm gonna say like 45, 50.
Okay.
Okay. Budget of $40 million with a box office bring home of $30.9
It
million.
lost money?
Oh, yeah. This was a box office
Whoa.
fail, my friend.
The general public was not ready for David Lynch.
It's-
huh?
Well,
it's kind
you
of
wanna
a
know
weird
why?
movie.
Why do you have a golden snake ring on your pinky?
Oh, yeah. He
Jude,
borrowed it
Jude
from
and
me.
I, Jude and
He
I are
was feeling bad about himself, so I gave him my jewelry.
Jude and I are married in Slytherin.
You know
shit
she
today.
cast a spell on you with
That's
that
okay.
shit, right?
She can cast a spell on me anytime she wants.
I'm sorry, Jude.
It's all
Continue.
right.
Okay. Here's the synopsis. In a world where Jodorowsky never got to rape anyone with love, David Lynch raped my eyeballs with this bad CG in this super sonically paced adaptation that has everything.
Mhm.
A storyline where sound is a weapon, not book accurate. A lot of inner monologue.
Mhm.
A flying baron with a face full of pus.
Mhm.
Patrick Stewart's mullet. Sean Young doing absolutely nothing with her character. Paul, I love you more than anything. I lost my place.
This is normally where we
Yeah.
would cut this podcast.
Yeah.
More than anything.
Welcome to the live video, guys.
Yeah.
More than anything, or whatever. And sandworms. You hate them, right? I hate them myself. Every time the sandworms show up, there's crazy lightning on a planet where it doesn't rain. And how fucking weird is that mini Reverend Mother Alia? Also, there's a war and political maneuverings, but literally, who gives a shit? Did you see the Fremen's crazy blue eyes? Discuss.
Love it. I love that movie.
You love David
I do.
Lynch's
I
Dune?
love David Lynch's. I'm
Whoa.
a person. I'm a child of the 80s, bro.
Sure. Yeah.
That's what we had.
Does it have
This- this
nostalgia
the movie.
for you?
This was for sure.
Okay.
100%. I was one of those weirdos that liked this movie when I was 14
Hmm.
when this thing came out. I don't know why. It was just
Explains a
it
lot.
was yeah. It was just weird enough to make me
Come.
like it. Yes.
It needs that.
It needs a weirdness, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like
That'll get a little weird.
it was a weird couple weeks because we watched the Jodorowsky thing, raping with love, that whole
yeah,
thing.
that dude.
that was
yeah.
a mind trip of a movie. And I'm kind of glad that never got made. But then they just took this movie and made it from his.
It's
I
basically.
think they took his notes
I think they did.
and just linked
Yes.
it.
They took a lot of
Yeah,
his
yeah.
artwork as well.
There is
Yeah.
so much that
Yeah.
is directly ripped from the Lynch version to the Villeneuve version that is not book accurate.
Yeah.
So we watched both versions over the last week,
Mhm.
and I
Right.
was like, that's from Lynch. That is not from the book. And I haven't watched the Villeneuve version since it came out.
Mhm.
And I was so excited for it. And I loved it so much when it first came out. But I think it was because I had just watched the Lynch version and I was like, anything's better than that. And like upon rewatch, a couple of years later, I was like, I didn't like it as much, and here's why.
The Villeneuve one?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's like I was saying, I watched the Jodorowsky thing, and then I watched Lynch's Dune, and then I immediately started watching Villeneuve's Dune.
Yeah.
Just all in preparation for Dune 2. It's coming out
Right.
in a couple weeks, right?
I'm getting amped for
and
it.
I know
Honestly.
we've been talking about Dune a lot and stuff here
Yeah.
in the studio and everything, and I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed all three of those movies. I'm not gonna lie, they were all very interesting for their own different reasons, but watching the Lynch and the Villeneuve movie so close together was like I was watching the same movie.
It's very
It
similar.
was really weird, and I didn't realize that the more deep stuff, I didn't realize that wasn't his book. I never read the book.
The Thum.
I don't read.
That's that.
Okay.
I feel like
So I grew up for the last 40 years thinking that was in the book.
So I'm watching the Lynch
And,
version,
I'm like,
and
wait,
they got
yeah.
like the sound boxes, and they're saying like words of power, and I'm like,
yeah.
did freaking Skyrim rip that shit off from freaking
Right.
Lynch? That is wild.
Yeah.
Because it's literally the same thing. Like every different saying has a different power,
Mhm.
and like some things blow up, sometimes get pushed. So it's all different, but they all say,
Wadib's like a death word.
yeah,
or something
Wadi, but the guy's
Yeah.
name is like some kind of a crazy word or
Words
whatever.
are weapons.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
all like, I'm like, whoa, that's freaking Skyrim shit.
Mad
Wait.
Vader. Death. Instant death. Right? No.
You're just like, ow, fuck,
Ah,
man.
Oh, my butt hurts. Jeez. That's what happened right there.
I said I'm not gonna lube it.
My butt hurts.
Vader. Jeez.
God damn.
What the fuck? It's terrible.
You can't- I don't even know how to come back from that.
Johnny Walker. Don't.
Yeah, man.
You've been taking your time on that, by the way.
I am.
I
Yeah.
brought it for you.
I have. It's gonna die today.
It's gonna die.
Yeah.
Did you kill the bottle?
It shall die.
It shall die today.
Shall die today. Got like a couple hours. I got to milk it.
It's a really savage thing to say
Listen,
about an alcohol bottle.
Yeah.
Like it
No,
will die
listen,
today.
I want people to understand that I don't really come in here to get blasted, but I need to be a little.
Aw,
I need to be a little loose.
Don't let the comments.
So the comments bother me.
Don't.
That one essentially
Stop
bothered me.
reading them.
Yeah,
but,
stop. You gotta stop. Anyway, okay. So for Lynch's movie, the only real criticism I have, I'm not putting anything against it with the dated graphics stuff. That's all stuff they can't
don't-
help. They can't help any of
The
that.
worms look exactly the same.
Well, okay. I don't know about that.
Exactly the same.
So like
No.
They come
when-
up out of the ground. Everything
that
shakes.
part
And they go to the music crescendo.
when the sand is
and
coming
the
up,
worm
yes,
comes up and they go, "Rah,"
Yeah.
it's
that looks more or less
fact-
the same.
In fact, there's a part of me that kind of likes the Lynch version of the worms a little better.
Whoa, that's weird.
That's
It's
crazy.
weird.
Because it's not CGI.
It's because I'm old.
It's practical.
I'm old.
It's miniatures, right? Is that why?
I don't honestly know how they made the worms.
The
It's all-
Lynch-
it's all puppetry.
I don't
It's
know if
mini-
I don't
it's
even know if I
miniatures.
want to know.
okay,
Anyway.
I'm gonna give you an analogy.
Oh,
Jesus.
okay.
I'm
take it
not
away.
sure if that's the right word. So the Lynch's worms look like this. Whee! The Villeneuve worms are like, boo!
Okay.
They're so fucking cool.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that I think he got spot on.
It's just how big and immense
way
they
better.
are.
They're just like all fucking encompassing,
Yeah.
and it just looks like lines, but those are fucking teeth.
Yeah.
And like, if you've ever been afraid of like a shark attack being in the ocean, this is like 1,000 times worse
Oh, yeah.
and more terrifying.
Yeah.
Because their circumference of what they can consume is greater, and they have so many more teeth, and they're so much longer, and they're so much sharper.
Is I don't know if I missed this part in the Lynch movie, but are the swords that the Fremen use,
Chris knives?
They're made from
are they
teeth
from
of
the teeth
Yeah.
in the Lynch version too?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I think
Well, I
Because they
don't-
look like metal in the Lynch.
I don't
version.
know if they explain that as well.
They
in the
don't
Lynch
explain
movie.
it. They don't explain it.
yeah, but
There's
look,
no question about it in the Villeneuve movie. But
Yeah.
I think
according to the book,
Yeah.
yes, those are made from the teeth of a sandworm.
Sure. But I just like visually when I look at it in the Lynch movie, they look like a metal sword. They don't necessarily look like a natural
Mhm.
tooth
Yeah.
from.
Well,
this
their
thing.
shields look weird too.
Well, that's just old. I cannot hold that stuff against it. It would be hypocritical for me to be like, oh, this movie in the 80s has shitty CGI. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, of
Mhm.
course they do. It was the 80s. CGI was not all it is today.
but
CGI didn't even exist.
That also.
Right.
Yeah,
so the
Um,
fact that the movie got made in any form at all
sure.
is pretty wild
I do.
because it's a weird ass movie.
It is super.
I mean, the Baron floating around with
What?
it's just in the pus and the grossness.
I'm really curious about that. Jude, in
Yeah.
the books,
No,
The Baron's not sick. He
there's no
doesn't have
bus?
syphilis.
No.
Okay. So
No.
what was Lynch's
So,
idea
okay,
behind that?
So
Was it just to
he
show his like
is-
gluttonous
He's
nature?
grotesquely obese.
Right.
Also, he doesn't fly, and that I've been
But he flies in both movies.
no.
That's a Lynch thing.
That is a Lynch thing
Whoa.
that Villeneuve copied.
Oh.
So
Interesting.
so he has the suspensors in
Suspensors.
it's called suspensors.
Oh, it's not suspenders.
No, it's suspense.
Oh.
It's like suspenders, but they
Okay.
suspense you.
They just fly. They just carry him
So
around.
he can he has like about 50 pounds of his own weight that he's walking on.
Okay.
He walks.
Oh,
He doesn't fucking fly.
that's cool.
He doesn't fucking zoom out of a room or
Right.
into the corner of a room. He doesn't fucking like
So he has this apparatus
he
that like
doesn't fucking
holds most of
become
his
like
weight.
a Dementor. No, he walks, and the suspensors are there to take the majority of his obesities,
Sure.
and he just is supposed to like walk like a normal man because he wants to maintain this. I'm a man, and
Is
I
it
am so
visible?
powerful.
Like, do they say there's like this thing hovering above
It
him,
doesn't
or is
say,
it like
but-
just part of his suit?
It doesn't say, but I my headcanon is like you can see them, and a lot of people have them, but my main issue with it was like the fact that both movie adaptations have made him like hover and
Yeah.
fly with
I
them,
don't
and
know, I
that's
like
not book
It is,
accurate.
it is pretty cool. though.
As a fat guy,
Disagree.
I can appreciate that. If you want to get fatter, just float around
Just float
everywhere.
around.
Don't put any exertion in anything ever.
No. Just roam around on.
Ba-
suspensors.
bathe in baby blood and oil and grossness.
Yeah.
You know.
Is that in the book too? That he bathes in oil?
No,
No.
no.
Where does that idea come from then?
So, okay, so we're gonna get into book versus movies
Mm,
now. So in the book, when Leto bites down on the tooth,
Sure.
poison gas comes out.
Yep.
So the Baron already had his shields up
Mhm.
because he is
Right.
he's the Baron. He's living in
He's paranoid.
he's
Yeah.
paranoid. He's living in everyone wants to attack me. I am so powerful. Everyone wants to attack me. And so he already had his shields up.
mhm.
And that prevented some of the gas from getting in, but he was already kind of on his way out, and he just fucking left the room.
Right.
Oh, it's
just-
not as dramatic as it is in the movie.
No,
Whoa.
he just fucking leaves the room because he already had his shields up, and he was like,
Which-
whatever this fool has to say, and he's on his way out, and he leaves the room, and then everybody else fucking dies.
Right.
Which is interesting to me because both movies got it wrong then.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, in the first movie,
But
but in the
but-
first movie, he kills his doctor or whatever
is it-
his name is.
Is it an improvement though?
I like the
Well, he
It
killed-
makes
he
it
I like
more
the Villeneuve
dramatic.
version. I like the
It
Villeneuve
does
version
make it more
better.
dramatic.
Yeah.
But I fucking hate seeing the Baron hovering up in a corner like a fucking insect.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
hate
He
that.
kind of does look like a larva though.
He
Yeah, he
does.
does.
He does.
I find the Villeneuve Baron
Yeah.
way more intimidating.
Oh yeah. Oh, for
personally.
sure.
You-
Dude, the Harkonnens, correct? Is that
Yeah.
how you say it?
Yeah, yeah.
The Harkonnens in Villeneuve's version,
way more
fucking
intimidating.
dope,
Yeah.
cool as hell looking, like intimidating,
They're very
creepy, very heavy
Yeah.
metal. Dave Bautista plays that part perfect.
Yeah.
metal. Yeah.
I could not pick a better person than that.
And honestly, he's not even like that big of a character in the book that caught my attention to like, oh, I can't wait to see who plays this character.
Right.
Mhm.
But he plays that character so fucking well that it's like drawing my attention to him.
Yeah.
I feel like in both movies that there's all of these little characters. They all get like their 5 minutes,
Sure.
and then but the rest of the movie is just about Paul, of course.
Yeah.
But
Well, he's the main character.
yeah, but there's so many other characters in these movies that get their moments. It's like
Mhm.
I one of the things I was surprised about that I hadn't remembered from the first movie, from the Lynch movie, because I hadn't watched this movie in decades. Probably since the early 90s was the last time I had watched the Lynch version of this movie. I had forgotten that Sting, Fade, is that his name, right?
Yeah.
Ed.
He's in the movie for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yet he's on all the posters. He's on all the things. He's like, oh,
Sting.
It's
he's like,
Yeah,
you
man.
you think of Dune, you think of Sting,
You'll
right?
get,
It's
you'll
like-
get
You
David
think
Bowie to
it's
play the
Tantric
Goblin King.
sex, you think it's Sting.
right, but he's barely in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
was crazy. It's like, wait, I thought Sting was in this movie way more. And is there like some 4-hour director's cut of this movie
Yeah.
that I'm
Yeah.
supposed to be watching or something? It was really trippy. So,
Yeah.
I mean, and that character's not even in the first movie of the Villeneuve stuff,
Yeah.
but apparently he's a bigger part in the second one from he's the guy that played Elvis, right? And then
What?
Elvis?
No. It's a Skarsgård. No?
You're right.
Yeah, so the
It
new
is.
Elvis movie is actually pretty good.
I've heard that.
But
I also want to see that Kids Biking, the motorcycle gang movie that he's in soon with Tom Hardy. Looks
yeah,
freaking
and he's
rad.
in that airplane movie, the World War II thing on
I
Apple
have
TV.
no
Yes.
I started watching. that
Yeah,
last
that's a
night.
good freaking show too.
Yeah, but
What were we saying?
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
The
The
kid who
actor.
plays out, he's a new scene actor. He was Elvis in that biopic, and he like
Yeah.
killed it. So
Yeah.
now he's in like a ton of shit.
There's an actor who played Elvis in an Elvis movie
Hmm?
who's now playing Fade Rotha in
yeah,
Dune Part 2.
Okay.
and he's supposed to just be great.
Um,
He's supposed to just be knock the character out of the park.
I want to get
We'll see.
Kadish's thought. He's been very silent. Well,
Mhm.
we've been
It's
ranting.
been that way all day.
Give us your thoughts on these movies combined or versus or whatever. What do you got?
So this is an interesting situation where you have two very talented directors with very specific visions
Mhm.
tackling the exact same material. And I can't point to another instance where this has happened, right? Because normally, like, whether you like David Lynch movies or you hate David Lynch movies, one thing you can't deny is that Lynch has a very Lynchian style. When you're watching a David Lynch movie or TV show, you know it's David Lynch
Mhm.
because he's freaking weird.
Yep.
Mhm.
But he's also quite a visionary. Like he knows what he wants and he knows how to achieve his vision, put it on screen.
Sure.
Same thing with Villeneuve. Like Villeneuve, like he's like, I made a Twitter post where I was like, he's the director Zack Snyder wishes he could be.
I saw that. It was you're 100% right though.
Word.
He's 100% right. He's got the style. He's got the chops. He actually makes movies that are digestible and fun.
And he
Yeah.
understands storytelling.
Yeah.
And I've always liked Lynch's Dune. In fact,
Yeah.
I was actually surprised that there was like so many people who thought that Lynch's Dune wasn't good because I grew up on that
Right.
Dune.
You're like
And-
me.
Yeah, exactly. And I always thought that that Lynch's version of Dune was so revolutionary that most people couldn't appreciate it.
Right.
Because if you look at it, it's actually a very well done adaptation of the book. Like he sets up everything you need to know, like in the first 20 minutes or so, scene by scene. Like it's actually pretty faithful to the book. Now he does take
Except for the rip.
You know,
Oh no, that's the wrong. That's a different guy. That's
There was
not
a-
Lynch.
there's actually something I actually like
No, I just
better.
want my eyeballs.
There's actually something I like better. And I'm sorry to interrupt. But just really quick.
Yeah.
The beginning of the movie, I like Lynch's version better because we get to go to the Emperor's planet and we get to see the navigator come in and they chew
Oh,
out
that
the-
weird worm
yeah,
thing.
and they chew out the stage 3 navigator. And,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
and they chew out the Emperor's like, you got to get your shit under control.
yeah.
blah,
The
blah, blah.
guild basically
Right.
controls the universe.
And we didn't get any of that
So
in the Villeneuve version.
right.
the
So it
Villeneuve,
was-
the Villeneuve version wanted you to experience this story as Paul experienced
Right.
it. So as if Paul is your narrator. He doesn't have like the Princess Erelon
Mhm.
narrating stuff, and he
Right.
doesn't have like what's going on with the Emperor and all of these things. You're traveling through this story as though you are Paul, and
Right.
that's what his goal was
Yeah.
with this adaptation.
I'm going to
Oh,
pitch it back
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
go ahead, Katie.
Yeah. I'll say this about those two differences. So Villeneuve has the advantage of the Dune movie having been out for like, decades,
What not to do.
and also the book having been out. So people are more familiar with the Dune universe than they did when Lynch put out his movie because
So true.
Sure.
the Dune book was actually like fairly recently published by the time like his movie came out. And so what Lynch had to do very quickly was he had to establish the universe. And if you look at a movie like, let's just say like Rebel Moon, for instance,
Mhm.
right now, Rebel Moon has like Anthony Hopkins voicing over and giving us like a quick overview of the universe. And then like you go into it and you just feel like the universe is hollow because you don't really
Right.
understand it. What Lynch had to do is he had to take this book and he had to set it up really quickly, like all the politics, the houses, the technology,
Right.
the philosophy of it. And it's not until we get to like after that scene where the Emperor meets with the guild navigator,
Mhm.
where we get to Caladan and we meet, Kyle MacLachlan's version of Paul. And from that point on, like we're basically freed from having to establish the universe and we can just go along with the story. Now, what I found interesting with Lynch's Dune is he was able to tell the entire story of the book in one movie.
Right.
Now it's a long movie. It's like what, 2.5 hours?
Yeah.
Like 3
Yeah,
hours,
something
something like
like
that. And with Villeneuve, I would say that Villeneuve's only real failure in this adaptation is that he's a little bit too indulgent with it. Having to split it into two parts. Now, with splitting it into two parts, he's able to go into more detail, take more time, but he also left out pretty much all the stuff that Lynch left out of his adaptation as well, like the dinner scene.
Yeah,
that's my favorite scene
See,
in the book.
yeah, and that was the frustrating part about the Lynch movie, is the first 2/3 of the movie. I follow. It's very well set up. You know what's going on. You know they're setting up these characters and telling the story. And then once we get to the Fremen part where they're conducting the war, it's just like rapid fire.
It moves.
Shotgun nonsense, and it's like, what is going on? Why are we? Why are they doing
trying to
this?
get to the end of the movie?
It's like, Jesus Christ. Let's.
That's what I like.
And I know the last third of the Lynch movie is going to be what we're going to get in part 2 of the Villeneuve show coming out in a couple weeks, and that's why I'm really looking forward to that.
I'm really looking forward
because I don't really know anything about that part of Dune, because that part of the movie was so fast. In the Lynch movie, he's like, we just fast forward. He meets a gurney. It's like, oh, everybody's still alive, and then we go to the end, and they have a knife fight, and it's over.
Yeah,
well, it's like, okay, I know stuff happened between that part and this part, so it was like,
I know that in Lynch's version there was a longer cut, and they had to trim down as much of that stuff as possible for the theatrical
it was too fast.
But one of the interesting things between the Lynch and Villeneuve movie is how they treat the Harkonnens, which I always found interesting. Because if you look at the parallels, Villeneuve obviously took a lot of inspiration from Lynch. Like the still suits are very much similar. The Atreides aesthetic, whenever we're with the Atreides, very similar. And basically the really interesting thing here to me when it comes to the two differences is how they treat the Harkonnens. With Lynch, so in Jodorowsky's Dune, we learned that basically H.R. Geiger was the one responsible for designing all the Harkonnen stuff.
Yep.
And you can tell that Lynch kind of took some of that stuff and put his own spin on it. Like the Harkonnens were obviously a very industrial house. Basically, they got rid of anything natural and everything was just mechanical in Lynch's Harkonnens. And in fact, it went so far as every Harkonnen had that weird heart plug where if you pulled it out you just bleed to death type thing. But it was also for infusions because it was such a toxic planet at Gedi Prime that you needed that stuff to basically plug in and filter your blood. And with the Baron Harkonnen, Lynch just basically said these are supposed to be the bad guys, so let's make them as ugly and disgusting as possible.
Yeah, I like that.
And that was his version of how toxic that the Harkonnens were. And him giving the Baron the flying suit, that's obviously
I love the
iconic.
Suit. I do. I love the flying suit.
I also love the cat that you have to milk in order to keep from dying.
That's so weird.
What? Wait, what?
So after the fall of House Atreides, basically the Harkonnens, they lost their mentat. And so they captured the Atreides mentat, Toofer Howat. Toofer Howat. And they put one of those heart plugs in him that constantly poisons him. And the Harkonnens are like, okay, here's a cat. You have to milk it every 12 hours to get the antidote. Otherwise you're going to die.
It's not book accurate, by the way.
Okay.
But what's funny is Villeneuve did something very similar where he had this spider creature that the Harkonnens keep as a pet. And that's not in the book. Nobody knows where that came from. And he's just I
don't remember that part.
I don't either.
Yeah, it's when the Reverend Mother goes to visit the Harkonnens to talk about the plot, and they have the cone of silence come down. Right before that happens, they have that spider creature that's drinking something.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And she's like, that creature must go, and they're like, oh, it's fine. She's like, no, it can understand me. It must leave. And so
I remember that now. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And
it was some weird spider human hybrid genetic anomaly freak thing. It was weird.
Yeah, I think it might have been pulled from an H.R. Geiger.
Yeah,
probably.
But Villeneuve decided to put that in there just to be weird.
Cool.
So it's a very interesting kind of take, because with Villeneuve and his take on the Harkonnens, it's they're all pale. They don't like the sun. They're all bald. All this weird stuff.
Yeah.
So he has his own take on the Harkonnens as well. But the thing that I liked about the Villeneuve version that we didn't get in the Lynch version is that we get to dive into kind of like, House Atreides, and we get to see like more scenes between like Paul and his father.
Yeah. I did want to mention that,
and the Duke and stuff like that.
I'm a bigger fan of the Villeneuve Dune. I mean, you can say it's basic bitch mentality, but I find it more consumable.
No, yeah.
I find it much more palatable for me to
Look,
understand what's happening. I love the character relationships between father and son, and especially I usually get annoyed with Timothy Chalamet, whatever his name is.
Chalamet.
He's been in a few movies and I'm like, he's really freaking good. And then he's in a couple other movies and I'm like, this is freaking stupid. But this one, I find him really
he's
freaking cool.
Yeah.
Very great character. I love the moment in part 1 of Villeneuve's Dune where Villeneuve.
Whatever. We know what you mean. Keep going, man.
The newest
Keep going.
Dune that he's in.
The Vanilla's Dune.
The Vanilla Dune. Oh God, don't hashtag
No,
vanilla.
The Vanilla's Dune, which is like the newest.
Hashtag Vanilla Dune. I find that switch that he had as soon as he finds out that his father dies, there's a moment that you can tell the character went from a young, non-confident boy to, oh shit, now I'm the guy.
Mhm.
I gotta freaking handle my shit. And you see that change in that character. And then when he has to go and do that knife fight with the Fremen, it just continues to double down on that whole thing. He's like, I don't want to freaking kill you, dude.
Yeah.
He has to.
Yeah.
So he does it. He owns it. And that's what I think we're missing in a lot of movies these days is these like freaking strong, heroic characters who have challenges, who have to grow and change through a movie. Everything's handed to everybody these days in movies. So when I watch this new Dune movie, I'm like, this is freaking dope, man.
Yeah.
This kid, this guy gets it. Here's the hero.
I'm going to pop in with some book versus movie.
Pop in.
Okay. So in the book, we don't get a whole lot of interaction between Paul and his father. What we get is Paul lives in like, I just want to make my father proud.
Right.
I just want to make my father proud. And Leto is so very like, he has 1,000 plates that he's spinning all the time. And especially since like he found out that he's about to go to Arrakis, like it's 1,000 more plates that he was already spinning. So he has his son being trained and being taken care of as much as he can because he doesn't have the time to spend with his son.
Yeah.
And all of the training that he gets as far as like being a weapons master and a sword fighter and the education and all of that comes from his different mentors. All of the training that he gets in the Bene Gesserit ways comes from his mother. His mother, one-on-one, trains him in the Bene Gesserit ways, which is fucking forbidden. And so then once we get to Arrakis and we get to a point where like Leto is dead and even before then in the movie, like in the Villeneuve movie, we get to the point where like Leto wants to like save the guys on the spice factory and the whole thing with like Paul being in the spice and having his first like vision that doesn't happen in the book. That happens later. So Paul I don't think he even gets off the ship in the book when they do that whole thing. But that's when Kynes is like, oh, Leto cares about men more than he cares about spice. Maybe I need to respect him more as like he has like a legit he's legit. Basically, like I need to respect him more as not just like because the Harkonnens were just like, we're all about power. We're going to use you for our power. You're here to serve us. And Kynes was like, I respect Leto. He never respected the Harkonnens. So then when Paul and Jessica get stranded in the desert
let her cook. Let her cook, man. Let her cook.
I'm simmering right now. I'm fucking simmering.
I just have something I want to add on to the end when we're kind of done talking about this.
Okay. I'm almost done.
Okay.
So when Jessica and Paul get stranded in the desert, they have killed their captors. They crash land. They're in the desert. That's when Paul suddenly becomes engulfed with all of the spice.
Mhm.
And in the book, leading up to that, Jessica has been in fucking control. Jessica has been the one who has trained him. Jessica was the one outside the door who was like, she wasn't fretting that her son was about to possibly die. She was the one outside the door that was like, I will stop anyone who comes in contact with me who's about to stop what's about to happen back here.
Okay, so hold on. So when the Bene Gesserit witch lady comes and like tests Paul
Mhm.
in the book, Jessica's like ready to fight.
Jessica knows that this has to happen because
Okay.
Jessica bore him knowing what his potential was.
Sure, yeah.
And so the Bene Gesserit Reverend Mother, she comes to test Paul.
Hmm.
And Paul says, like, you're in my house. How
Yeah.
dare you dismiss my own mother in her house?
Yep.
What do you think is about to fucking happen here if you fucking come for me? And the Reverend Mother is like,
Watch this.
yeah.
Yeah.
Watch me squash you.
Oh man.
The Reverend Mother is like, your mother is standing guard outside right now. And Jessica is like, she's worried about her son, but Jessica is so fucking composed throughout the whole book. She's like, she is the embodiment of fear is the mind killer.
You also got to remember that in the book, nobody knows about the Bene Gesserit powers.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like they keep that very secret. They think that they're just like this like breeding.
They
like,
play
like
it close to
concubine
the
thing.
chest.
Sure.
Yeah, they
Everybody-
don't know about the voice. They don't know about like all this other like stuff that they're up to.
Yeah, everybody just thinks they know that they're witches.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Those
you can like go and
freaky
get
chicks,
one.
Goddamn witches.
I like them.
But-
I think they're cool.
Those goth chicks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those
those
goth
goth
chicks
chicks.
with their upside down crosses.
He's into
Bene
it.
Gesserit.
And there's
Bene Gesserit.
like goddamn snake rings and
I
shit.
Yeah,
feel
like
like I could just do weird shit.
Is that-
Vader-
is that- you
Vader
would be one of
like,
them, right?
That's the thing I've been thinking about.
Yeah.
Jew, teach me how to use the voice. Do it, please, can you?
Give me the drink right now.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
That's one of my favorite scenes in both movies.
Oh yeah.
Is when they've got captured and they're in the ship getting flown.
Yeah, on the helicopter, and they like
And he,
start
like-
twisting these guys' minds up.
Yeah, it's good.
yeah.
Use that voice, and she's all.
Dude,
with her
the
hands.
effect, even in Lynch's, which is not my favorite,
Yeah.
but even in Lynch's, the way they do the voice in both of them is freaking cool.
Yeah.
though.
It's really cool.
It's rad.
It's got that
Yeah.
weird like
Yeah, like
harmonic,
echo-
like
yeah,
kind of like
it's like seven
keyboard
voices
kinda-
on
yeah,
top
yeah,
of each
yeah,
other,
it's
all
neat. I
like, like slightly off cue. Yeah, I
it's
love
like it's like he's over here pushing a button for her.
it.
Like,
I don't
give
think
me
we
all your
have those
money right
anymore.
now.
We don't have those anymore, do we?
No, we don't.
he's got-
Oh,
But another
But-
interesting kind of like difference between the Lynch and the Villeneuve version. I liked how Lynch did the inner monologues, like the weird whispering, like voices. I know a lot of people hate that. I thought it was an interesting way to convey like stuff that you couldn't do in dialogue. And yet when we get to Villeneuve's version, like he finds a way to communicate all that stuff in
Mhm.
dialogue,
Mhm.
like, and take some stuff which was hard to translate from the book and actually like put it on screen, like Paul's visions of possible futures
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Can I ask you guys a question about the book? So you guys know I'm not a good reader. Okay, but
He
I-
does know how though.
I do know how. I just have a problem retaining stuff, and I have to read things 3 times.
sure.
So, like, is Frank Herbert's Dune? Is it easier or harder to read than Tolkien?
Oh, so much easier.
Is it easier?
So much easier.
You think it's easier?
I've read it like 3 times. I've never been able to
Because I
get through Tolkien.
I am thinking about reading Dune.
Sure.
at
Yeah,
least
me
the
too.
First
Yeah.
book, but if it's anything like reading Tolkien, I don't want to read the book 4 times.
There's no
So I'm
other
very
languages
curious.
that you have to cipher through.
That's
So
fair.
maybe I might try it out.
There's no songs you have to sing.
Okay,
Yeah.
I
Also-
have
also-
attempted to read both. I have actually read Dune and I've read Dune physically twice and I have listened to the audiobook once. I have attempted to read Tolkien and failed
it's hard.
and listened to
See,
the
I've
audiobook.
read
Yeah.
Tolkien multiple. I've
Yeah,
read
well,
The Hobbit
but you're
and
doing it with your
Tolkien.
kids.
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah,
still
yeah.
reading the book.
Yeah.
And I'm doing voices and all that shit. I've tried to read Dune and I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
So I guess it's just depends on
I,
who you are.
I want to lay down a little bit of a challenge here because I know we're coming time wise.
Yeah, we got like 2 weeks. before
We
the next
no.
one.
I mean, but time length for the podcast.
Oh.
I know we do blocks now and stuff, and so for things. I don't.
I'm
feel- I-
so not done.
No. And that's what I'm going to get to. I don't feel like we have enough time today to talk about everything we want to talk about.
Yeah.
But I want to lay this down. There is a ton of people in the comments and that I've been that have chatted to me and stuff that they say you guys need to watch the sci-fi version
the
of
series.
Dune. Of this, there's
Yeah.
there's a
Ugh.
third version of Dune,
No way.
and it's on the Sci-Fi Channel.
I had no idea. Is David Gillen in it?
And I think we need to watch that
Sure.
and come back to the Dune discussion.
Is it just one season?
It's just like 2 long movies. It's
No,
just-
no, they did Dune, they did Dune Messiah,
Yeah.
and they did
Oh,
Children
they
of
did
Dune.
Dune.
but
Messiah.
I feel like we
Okay.
need to talk about Dune more before the next movie comes
Yeah.
out, and I want to watch that movie so we
Okay.
can compare and contrast
Let's do the series
that
next week.
series with the 2 movies, because I'm just in a Dune mood.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
I'll tell you, I
And-
haven't been this hyped for a
Yeah,
movie. I haven't
and-
been like, okay, I'm gearing up for
and-
this. I'm
and
watching the old
honestly,
ones. I'm
and-
looking at books.
and I'm getting tired of people going, "Well, you didn't watch the sci-fi series, so you need to watch that." It's like, okay,
all right.
I will watch it.
All right. We'll
I will
watch it.
spend the next week watching this movie.
Sure.
And we will come back, but I want to make sure you guys want to do that too.
As
So-
someone who's seen all this,
Yeah, I've
sci-fi
seen it before
series,
too. A while. It was a while ago.
They're not very good.
Oh,
that-
the comments are going to come
but
after
that's
you.
okay. That's okay.
There
They're
are-
more book accurate, but they're not very good.
There are 2 things that I want to touch
But
on
that's the thing, though.
before I give the
Go ahead,
ropes
you.
over.
Go ahead.
He said they're more book accurate,
Hmm.
so
Okay.
it might make more of a more interesting discussion.
Okay.
Go ahead.
First of all, in the Villeneuve version, one thing that really irritated me, and I know that I'm getting a lot of hate in the chat about being blonde now, but just because of fucking redhead.
I like what you're doing.
Don't let the
we will
chat
get- we will
dictate.
get- listen, we will get to Danny in a second. Okay?
Don't worry. Don't worry about that.
He's gonna hear from me. I'm about ready to text
I'm
him.
going to come to his house.
I
I
know
don't know
it's-
where you live, but I'm going to come to your house.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
um,
find you.
Yeah, so Jessica is a redhead, and I don't understand why in movies we take redheads and we're just like, brown is fine. Like, she's supposed to have hair the color of copper.
That's interesting. I didn't
And
know that.
Lynch did an okay
Yeah,
job. She
that's
was still,
copper.
she was still
good.
a redhead.
There was a lot of gingers in Lynch's movie.
yeah.
All the Harkonnens were freaking
Well, they're
gingers too.
all
Because
so
they're evil and so
They're like strawberry gingers. They're like, they're not copper gingers. They're fucking
Because
strawberry
they're
gingers.
evil and so.
So something that comes up later in the book, which you'll find out in Dune 2, is that
Sure.
a lot of these people are all interbred, and there are a lot of similarities between the Atreides people, who are all kind of leaning towards the ginger, and like the elite Sardaukar, the Sardaukar army, and the Emperor, and even the Baron. Like, they're all fucking interbred.
Is Jessica or Harkonnen? I'm seeing this in chat. It says Jessica's
Hey,
or Harkonnen.
It's a surprise.
That's,
What?
That's a spoiler.
Whoa.
It's just,
Spoiler.
don't
What?
fucking spoil. These people haven't seen Dune 2 and they haven't read the whole book.
Thanks, man.
Oh damn!
God dang, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
That's
What about the doctor
That's a
then?
Darth Vader.
Did she
moment.
know about the
That's
doctor
that's
too?
a Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker moment. I am your father.
Yeah, right.
What?
I am a Harkonnen.
What?
Oh shit!
It doesn't have that
Mm.
much of an impact in the book.
Crazy.
It is something that
It's more important in Dune Messiah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Okay.
yeah,
And Villeneuve's gonna
sorry.
make that,
Don't
right?
fucking spoil, you guys.
well,
If it makes enough money.
Supposedly, like, he wants to make it a trilogy, so it's
Okay.
Dune Part 1, Dune
Yeah.
Part 2, and then Dune Messiah.
It- yeah.
But the whole thing, so, in the book and in the movies, Vladimir Harkonnen is
Mhm.
gay, and he's
Okay.
and
Makes sense.
and so, like,
Whatever.
but he has experimented, and he was like kind of in a loosey goosey drug state,
What-
and the Benny Gesserit took advantage of
yeah, the Benny Jez got him all
Benny
roofied
Jez.
up
it. The Benny
And
Gesserit.
their slang
the Benny
name.
Jizz.
The benches.
and used the voice to get him hard and like.
Oh, you could
Whoa.
do that? Wait, what's that word?
Well, because they have to.
Hold on. You're going to fuck me right now.
You better make me come.
Use your arm circles.
So that's
act
the
like
most,
you're into it.
that's the most insidious thing about the Benny Gesserit, is that they've had this
They're like
This-
puppeteering. behind
this
the scenes.
breeding program that
Yeah.
has gone thousands of fucking years.
Oh, that's weird.
And it goes all the way back to, like, they've been fucking everywhere, in every planet, every universe. And they are a part of every fucking prophecy.
Those manipulative bitches.
No, but listen, they are a part of every fucking
That's good.
prophecy that every religion
yeah.
has. So the fact that the Fremen have this prophecy about the Paul Muad'Dib and the Gisael, whatever. I'm drunk now at this point, so I can't say it.
Cheer. I'm waiting for the next segment to crack open this one, and I'm like,
Yeah, I've had like 3 vodkas at this point.
Oh my God. I'm the sober one.
Fuck, I'm sorry, and I'm pissed because I really love this
This conversation has been
Franchise.
great.
Oh, we're not done. We're talking about
Yeah.
next week.
I mean, originally, so Jessica was supposed to create a daughter for Duke Leto
Right.
Yeah.
in order to breed with Fayette. Fade.
Sting.
Yes, Sting.
Yeah, so Jessica was
Um,
supposed to have a daughter
yeah.
with Leto,
And
which
so
was
Paul-
supposed to get
Paulina was supposed to hook up with Fade and then create the Kwisatz Haderach.
But Paul's okay. This is crazy stuff, man. That's like
Lisa and Algaid.
right on.
Whoa.
I got there.
Whoa.
Yeah, so
I'm beginning to understand why the matron mother or whatever the hell her name is,
Reverend Mother.
the Reverend Mother is so annoyed.
there's something with that too.
we'll get
Anyway,
put your
so
hand in the
every
box.
every prophecy in every planet, in every religion, the Bene Gesserit has already gone there and have created this fucking prophecy so that when their breeding program comes to fruition, their Messiah
Right.
is the
It's
one
a
that you think is your
It's a
fucking Messiah.
yeah, it's a
That's
self-fulfilling prophecy
Yeah.
because they set it up and they were
I'm
like,
get-
"Look, we were right."
Yeah.
I'm getting
Whoa.
I'm getting a whole new appreciation.
Oh,
for these
dude.
Dune movies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
same
Bene-
here.
Wild.
And that's my other point. The Bene Gesserit.
Let her cook, guys. Let her cook.
I'm fucking simmering. I'm in a crock pot. So the Bene Gesserit are playing 3D chess. And
Yeah.
they are the ones that have been just fucking putting pieces in every fucking place. And like this is all part of their plan.
I love
Yeah.
the passion.
Crazy.
So, all right, I'd like to end the segment by
Yes.
going around
Yeah.
asking, which do you prefer, Lynch or Villeneuve's?
Oh,
version?
Villeneuve's 100% for me. It's much more digestible. I like the characters. The Paul and Duncan Idaho relationship is freaking awesome. Freaking Jason Momoa was underutilized in that movie as far as I'm concerned. I was
Oh,
really bummed out when he
100%.
died in the end of that movie. I was like, fuck, man. I was hoping
Did
he would.
Yeah, he did die.
I was,
back.
what?
No, he's dead.
Okay, anyway.
I don't know. Maybe not.
No, in the books, the character keeps getting resurrected. He's in like
Oh.
every
Gets cloned.
Because
Nice.
he's fucking dope. When you have a name like Duncan Idaho,
Yeah.
what? You're not gonna get rid of me.
Yeah.
If you do spawn another one on accident, can you
I,
name him Duncan?
Can I name him Duncan?
Can't name him.
Can I?
Yeah, you can.
I've never been to
Riker Duncan.
Idaho.
That's badass.
Oh, all right.
High five.
Lynch or Villeneuve for you, buddy? Or do you?
I honestly, I don't know. I kind of have them both. I'm kind of about the same pedestal. The Lynch movie it has so much nostalgia to me. We can slither into here.
I want you to choose Villeneuve. I was
But-
giving you I was
So-
giving you a bribe.
I'm kind of, I don't know. I think the Villeneuve movie's a little better,
Mm.
you know. And like I said, I finally did a review of this thing, a real quick review on Criticless
Oh yeah.
for this movie. I gave it 4 stars,
Shout out to Criticless.
and because I didn't give it a grade the first time we talked about it when the movie first
'Cause
came
it's an
out.
unfinished
it's,
movie.
It's not a whole
Right.
movie. It's
Yeah.
it's half a movie.
Yeah.
But I'm in
Yeah.
four, and I'm in that range, 4.5, and that's kind of where I have the Lynch movie. But it's mostly because 40 years ago there was a really cool sci-fi movie that was really weird, and I'm
Mhm.
like, whoa, that's a really trippy movie. You know, when you're 14 years old and you watch something like that, you go, holy shit, that's very strange. But this conversation has got me really excited about
Yeah,
the
I'm
Dune
jazzed.
universe.
I'm jazzed.
You
right
know,
now, dude.
and
yeah.
I'm thinking about going and buying a book, going to Amazon, Dune. You know, it's like I don't know if
Do
I'm
you
gonna,
want to come over? I already have it on Audible.
Do you want to come over and read Dune together? You're such a
you want to
weirdo.
listen to Dune.
I just want people to hang out with me.
But
I'm so busy this week. I don't even have time to hang out.
Oh,
I think
man.
I'm gonna put them at a tie
Okay.
because I have
Give me my ring back.
I have a love for that movie, and I didn't realize that I had that love for that movie until I watched both movies
Okay.
this week. Because to me, they're the same movie. Just one has updated graphics.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I guess I'll
Updated
ask
It's like the anniversary edition, and
ask-
they just redid everything.
Yeah, ask me that
Yeah.
again next month after
Yeah.
we've watched the
The second
part
half. Okay, cool.
So-
Jude, I'm assuming Villeneuve.
Yeah. I have said several times before that the David Lynch version made me want to kill myself. I have watched both this week, and upon second watch of the Lynch version, I didn't hate it as much as I originally did. The first time I watched it, I was like, what is this fucking bullshit? It was just like so much bad CGI, and I know it was of the time, and I try to not hold things accountable for like the time that you were born in.
Yeah.
But there was just so much taken from not taken from the book that was in the movie I was just like, what the fuck are you doing that for? Like, why are you making the Baron pussy? Why are you making him fly?
I like the pussy Baron.
I don't. It grossed me out.
That's why I
was
like
like,
it.
can we
He's gross.
stop? Can we stop with the close-ups of this guy's
Yeah.
pustulars?
Stick that syringe in that gross ass zit one more time. Pull all that pus out.
But there is a little fun fact that doesn't come in for a while in the series, but I don't think it spoils anything. But like, the Baron is just a gross person,
Yeah.
and he's like constantly like raping young boys throughout the series. But at one point, like, so the Reverend Helen Gaius Mohim is his Reverend Mother, and he rapes her at one point, and she's the one that inflicts him with this obesity disease. And I think that's
Oh.
where Lynch kind of got this whole pussiness
Because he's cursed.
He's kind of cursed. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
she makes him as obese as he is. Like, he's constantly eating, and that's on his own. But she fucking puts the like triple that shit curse on him, and which is why he needs the suspensors.
Yeah.
It's not in the first book. I don't think it comes in until like maybe 2 books later.
Whoa, that's weird.
Suspensor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that word.
But I think it's a little fun fact that like he's a gross person, he's a bad person, he's an evil person, and sometimes that shit comes back on you.
I get it.
Yeah.
All right.
I love the villain. I didn't answer your question yet. Still in the fucking crock pot. I do, upon rewatch, I do still really like the Villeneuve version. And I think it's the superior version because he has taken his time to stretch out this story. But I was so hot on it the first time I watched it because like it was so much better than the Lynch version. And I didn't like it as much upon rewatch this time because like the book is so present in my mind that I'm like, why did you just take that from Lynch's version instead of from the book? Like everything that he does with Jessica, like Jessica is such a fucking main character in the book. She is so like playing 3D chess and so composed throughout. And in the movie, she's very like, oh dear. Throughout
well, you can't have a
movie.
strong woman in a movie. It's Hollywood. God damn it, Jude.
I feel like Villeneuve had to make her weak before he made her strong. But in the book,
she's always strong.
She's strong, and then she becomes fucking superior.
Interesting.
You know, in the Villeneuve, I'm sorry.
I gotta get.
We've
been doing this for an hour.
I kind of want to talk about Paul's sister. That's not in the second.
Not yet.
We'll
not yet.
there.
That's part 2.
We'll do that next week.
Yeah.
We'll
fucking love her.
All right. Katie, go ahead. While Jude pees, you can tell people what you think.
Listen.
I really love the Lynch version
Yeah.
because I'm a fan of David Lynch. If you're not a fan of Lynch, you're not going to like his version. I feel like both movies are good in their own unique ways. And like I said, this is a very rare situation where you have 2 true auteurs, 2 true masters of cinema, making the same movie essentially, and you get to compare and contrast them. And I think Villeneuve's movie is really good, but it's half a movie.
Yeah,
that's true.
Lynch's version is the full book. We get to the end, and I like all of his weird stuff because
I kind of do too.
Yeah.
And I usually don't like weird.
I don't like
movie
weird
guys.
Shit. Yeah, no.
But there's something about the Lynch movie that I was like, okay,
it was
kinda
fine.
weird.
It was fine.
Yeah, so I prefer Lynch over Villeneuve.
Okay.
right on.
All right. Cool. Shout it out in the chat.
I give you a high five across the table, man, but we can't reach each
All
other.
right, guys. We are officially taking a pause on Dune. Obviously, we're all 4 of us very
So
passionate.
we're gonna watch the sci-fi miniseries this week.
You don't have to hide that you're going to the bathroom, Jude. Just go.
Hi.
We can't see you because you're wearing all black. You just blend into the wall. Don't knock the freaking soundboard over. Okay. All right. I apologize that it took this long to get to the chat, but I've seen some wonderful super chats, some gifted subs. It's amazing. Wendy has become a new member. You've been a member for a while, so congratulations to continuing your membership. That's amazing. Thank you, Wendy. Late Night with Cap, been a member for a year. God dang, man. Good deal. Hey, everybody. How are you all? Big thanks to Kadish for recommending me as a guest host on Popcast. Appreciate it.
That was cool. I was nice seeing JT on that.
Yeah, man. We
yesterday.
got to get him around the
Brian always asked me to come on, and I'm like, bro, I got to work.
He asked me to come on next Thursday, and I'm like, I'm traveling. I might be able to make it work, but I don't want to like promise and then have something happen and not be able to make it.
It was funny because I'm watching JT and I'm watching Brian, right?
Yeah.
And you know, Brian has his logo, him and his brother.
It kind of looks like JT.
But the logo looks more like JT than it does Shane.
Shane, yeah.
I'm like, oh,
that's funny.
And honestly, Shane, feel better, brother. Because
yeah.
he has been super sick for the last 3 weeks now, month.
Something.
something like that.
Hope you feel
And
better.
he needs to get his he needs to start feeling better. And
Yeah.
I miss that. I miss seeing Shane on Popcast because Popcast is one of those shows. Brian's I consider him a partner.
Mhm.
He comes with us every Saturday. He's one of our permanent hosts on Saturday mornings.
Yep.
And love that guy. And it was really cool to see JT on the show yesterday.
Yeah,
So
well-
good for JT. And I know he's doing stuff over there on his channel. And it's good to see. It's
Oh,
good
dude,
to see.
his conspiracy mystery
I love it.
theater
Yeah.
3000 thing that he's doing on his shorts are freaking rad.
Yeah.
I love it. I hope it takes off.
Give us more Bigfoot, JT.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
go. More
Yeah, man.
Sasquatch
Let's talk
talk.
conspiracy theories. I'm
go.
down for that. All right, we got $2 super chat from Dark Knight says, acknowledge me. Danny, we're acknowledging you.
I'm acknowledging him because he gave us
Listen.
some subs here in the next.
Yeah, I want to do. Okay,
So,
so
yeah.
gifted subs. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's is that total? Yeah, that's total, right?
Yeah,
or is there?
no?
no,
we have-
WG did the other half.
Yeah, we got.
So that's half. Dork Knight
met our
gave us
goal.
half. Thank you so much, Dork
Wow.
Knight. Thank you very much. I don't even know if I want to read this one because I'm a little mad that you're talking.
Well, save that one for Jude.
Jude will
She
come
can
back. She'll address it.
Remember a new
Oh,
asshole.
she'll freaking.
You might as well just go put the lube in right now, bro. Because you're gonna get fucking
You're
destroyed.
gonna get railed here in a minute.
You're
$2 super
you're
chat.
literally getting paid. You're paying us to
Don't
get chewed out.
I think
he's
people
going to
do
get
that.
raped, but with love.
With love.
with love.
Oh, look, she's back.
She's back.
Put
You
your
ready?
headphones on because you need to talk about.
God, look at those green shoes. Stop touching her. God damn it. Her husband's right here.
It's just her leg, dude. It's just her knee.
He was touching her leather pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The shin
Right.
is technically the least sexual part of the leg.
Her Ross
Right.
Geller shirt pants.
Do you want to?
Oh my god, I was just thinking when I went to the bathroom, I was like, I understand Ross now.
Can you? Yeah.
We need you to address.
Can
this.
you read this? Is it
Yeah.
up on your screen?
Don't wait for
No,
the
no, there you
translation.
go.
No,
What
this
happened
one.
to Jude's hair?
Yeah.
Did she lose her fire when she married Kadish? God damn, man. Used to be my hero. Fuck you. I don't want to be your hero. First of all.
I think he was talking about me.
Yeah. $5.
Oh,
to
you?
say.
He's like, I ruined you by stealing your fire.
I want to pay somebody
I
$5.
doubt it. Have you been
So,
paying attention for the last hour?
I actually already addressed this in the chat.
Yeah, he did, she did.
I'll say it for the rest of the people.
Yeah.
I embody every woman
That's
as
right.
I am a Bene Gesserit queen.
There you go.
So I don't adhere to your expectations, Danny, specifically,
Right.
or anyone else's.
I think you look amazing right now.
I'm proving a point that
That's right.
I can be anyone and I can do anything.
$2. I hope you enjoyed your reaming. Don't wait for the translation. I don't answer me now. I don't know what
Yeah.
translation for what.
I'm gonna pay somebody $5 to tell me to go fuck myself.
You could do that. You can super chat yourself. We'll bring it up in the chat. WG for 5 podcast memberships. Thank you, sir. You got us to our goal of 10. Don't forget, everybody who got gifted a membership will have access to the members only live stream immediately after this
Right.
one. We did
If
go.
they're extra salty or above.
Is it extra salty or above? We're doing one for everybody at some point, though, right?
The
Is that
first Tuesday of the month is for all members.
okay?
The third Tuesday of the month is for extra salty.
There you go.
Nice. I want to acknowledge really quick that our viewer membership is in the triple digits.
It's great.
And it's been floating around there. We've been
Yay!
floating.
Great.
We've doubled.
This was a
this
passionate
week.
discussion.
This is a really good week so far.
Yeah,
I
we
love talking about Dune.
dude.
I've
Yeah.
been waiting for 4 years to talk more about Dune.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been waiting for something to get us all like freaking because I love it when we're like bubbling and we're steaming and Jude's
Right.
cooking and we're doing all that and we're all drunk and kind of having a good time. I'm drinking Colt 45. I mean, this is a blast. I'm having
Oh
a great
shit,
time.
I forgot your Coke. I'm so sorry.
Let her do it. Let him do it. Whatever.
Let him get his own
$2.
Coke.
That was a goddamn Star Trek reference, you noobs. I don't know what that means. What was the Star Trek reference? Do you understand that?
Don't wait for the translation. That was a Star Trek.
Oh, was it? What Star Trek was it from, Danny? You don't have to super chat it. Just tell me in the comments. You don't have to give me $2. I'll
No,
just
you
read it.
have to super chat
Yeah.
it again.
Otherwise
to
I won't-
answer us.
I won't read it. No, that's not how this works. William Forbes is in the house. What's up, dude? I'm gonna bring him up because he's awesome. What's up, everybody? Missed the first 30 minutes to an hour, dude. You missed a hell of a conversation.
Oh, that was so much fun.
I would almost say go back and watch it from the beginning because William Forbes missed the first half of the podcast, and it was like my favorite thing we've done in like a couple weeks.
Watch it. I'm sure it'll be clipped out here pretty soon
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
on the other channel.
Don't tell people about the
Oh.
other channel.
Just Google.
Never mind.
Anthony Mark has the answer for you.
Anthony Mark has the answer. Talk to me.
Oh,
Anthony
he
Mark.
always does.
Oh, sorry. Who picked it up?
I did.
Okay, sorry. Danny is quoting UN ambassador. I'm not even going to try and say that.
Adlai.
Stevenson-
Stevenson.
Adlai Stevenson, when
Adlai.
he was talking to the UN ambassador while talking to the Soviet ambassador in
That's
1961.
a deep cut,
That
man.
was a super deep cut, bro.
Appreciate you.
Thanks, man. William Forbes, hi. Hello.
Love me some Forbes.
Forbes is in the house. All right. Next up, Oh, this is another passionate topic of ours.
Are we done with all the supers already?
Yeah, so
Or
far.
with the comments and everything?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, I got a boom bitch it too. Here we go.
Boom.
Boom. Okay, there's your marker with Warrior on Netflix. All right, folks. So this is something close to the chest for us.
Yeah.
As you know, if you've been following the podcast for a while, we are all really big fans of the TV show Warrior, which originally started on Cinemax. Then it moved from Cinemax to HBO, and then HBO became Max or whatever. And then
It's the same thing. Though.
the third season, they were like, "All right, we're good." And all the fans like us, the story like is not done yet by any stretch of the imagination. Why is he giving you an empty bottle?
I don't know. We killed
Because-
2 bottles today.
We've been immersed in this thing for like 3 years.
It's gone.
It's true.
That's true. We did
It's
buy that a
true.
while ago.
Yeah.
Wow, should leave it as a trophy. Anyway, Warrior is moving now to Netflix, and we've gotten word from the production team and the actors that if they get enough views on Netflix, that will be greenlit for a season 4, which is much, much needed. Definitely recommend going and checking it out. So I just want to have. What do you got? Can we just talk about it? Like, it's not a secret that we drink on the podcast. What do you want?
I don't know.
It's
She's
too heavy for me. I was like,
Oh,
you take
the-
that and pour.
Well, look at the size of this freaking gin
goes-
bottle.
He goes, what? And I was like, can you take that?
Hold it. Yeah,
pour it
hold your
in
glass
there.
up.
you can do your warrior thing.
Just a little bit. There you go.
No.
It's too. It's too
Don't
distracting.
be a bitch, man.
Don't be a bitch.
All right, that's good. Thank you.
That was a half a glass of gin.
As he gets it all over the mat.
No, it's fine.
No.
I'm the one that cleans these. They're fine.
It's fine. Dork Night for $2. Star Trek Undiscovered Country, you uncluttered fuck. Thank you, sir. Appreciate the $2.
Mhm. Well, as always, thank you for your insults. We'll be here. We'll be here next week too.
They're great.
Come up with more shit to throw at us.
Keep giving
I'll
us-
be even blonder.
She will too. Anyway, I want to talk to you guys about Warrior because
Yes.
it's been a minute since we've sat down and talked about it. We got done with our coverage of season 3 a while ago. Is it good? I know, right? Aviation gin is freaking dope.
I know.
We have on our channel an episode review of every single episode
Yeah.
of Warrior from season 1
Yep.
on to season 3.
Yeah.
It's one of those rare shows that's actually good,
It's
Yeah.
so good.
and we don't know how to talk about it because we usually talk about stuff we don't like, but we really
Right.
like this show.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I want to recommend it to people. If you haven't seen it, go check it out on Netflix. I genuinely am doing it just strictly on selfish reasons. I want season 4.
Yeah.
So I want to get as many people as
Yeah.
possible to go check the show out because it's good. It's got dope action. The actors that we've talked to, several of them are freaking just genuinely
Yeah,
awesome
they're
people.
super
They're
cool.
super,
people.
super cool to hang out with and
Yeah.
talk to. I talk to many of them regularly on Instagram for some reason, which is kind of weird. One of the main actors had me on his giant TV for some reason, and I was like, "Bro, you gotta stop."
Good
Oh,
for
he
you,
had
man.
us on his giant.
Well, so it's on Netflix now, right?
It is on Netflix.
And what we've learned is that
Netflix
it's going to be coming up on review for Netflix.
Yeah.
But what we understand is it's going to be fairly soon after they release the
Yeah.
series.
So they gave.
So-
Go ahead.
So people need to watch this. They need to front load this thing and watch it as much as they can at the front because we want to get a season 4. It's a good show.
Yeah.
It's a good show. So I've literally turned my TV on in my man cave room on Netflix on Warrior and just push play.
Yeah.
And then I go to bed
It-
and I let it play through. So
It's one of those situations where basically Max is done with the show,
right.
and so they license it out to Netflix. But if Netflix sees good numbers on the show, they'll pony up the money for a season 4.
Sorry, Sci-Fi Snob actually brings up a good point. Warrior, is it set in the 1800s? So
Yes.
we should probably explain what exactly it is.
1870s?
So it's 1878,
Mhm.
and it's all about the migration of Chinese immigrants coming to San Francisco
Mhm.
and the gathering of different factions and gangs within
Mhm.
within Chinatown
Immigrants and
versus
migrants.
the Irish workforce that is already established there and the mostly Irish cops that are there. It's all just a battle of
and those,
who can win something. It's just
Well, it's
it's a play for power.
it's the Tongs, which are,
Yeah.
are like the Asian gangs, the Chinese gangs, Chinese mafia,
Mhm.
and it's based on the writings of Bruce Lee. And so Bruce Lee
Right.
came up with this idea of Tongs versus Tongs and Tongs versus police, and it's this huge crime drama. And the main character is named Awesome,
Mhm.
literally.
Awesome.
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 Yes,
Yeah.
Sure.
Awesome.
Be
He's awesome.
respectful.
Remember, we had this discussion with Tropper, right?
Yeah.
It's
I'm like,
dude,
hey, bro.
you were like really playing with these names,
we
right? It's like,
read into all. A toy?
Yeah.
She's a
Oh,
toy.
She's a toy.
no,
No,
she's not a toy.
No. but he did say
Wink, wink.
one of the characters' name is Young June, and his father is the leader of the
Old
Tong.
Old
He's-
June?
He's Father June. Everybody calls him Father June.
Yeah.
I'm not honestly sure what his actual first name is. Everybody in the show calls him Father June, and then the Young June is his son.
Mhm.
And we were like, "Well, does that mean something?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah."
It's-
Basically,
it's
it's
his
Young
son.
June.
He's his father.
That's like you
Yeah.
have a young Alex and
Yeah.
younger Alex. and-
This show is so
Youngest
good, and it
Alex.
pays off all of the things that it
Right.
sets up.
Yeah.
It's set in a period of time when like the Irish immigrants had already come over and been set up as like we're the
This is our
immigrants.
city.
And this is our city,
Yeah.
and this is what we're doing. And then all of a sudden, they start bringing in these other immigrants from another fucking country, and the Irish are just like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, and it's all based on
And it
like
creates this big
Yeah.
war between like Asian
these
and
factions.
Irish and,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
oh, it's so
And I like how
fucking
they
good.
I like how they kind of loosely base a lot of the
It's
plot
all- yeah,
lines
yeah.
on like things that really happened.
Mhm.
I mean, if you look
It's-
at it from the show to what really happened in the history books, it's a little different.
Well, they
But I like how they incorporate.
they
it.
expound on things
Right.
and they make it dramatic and they make it over the top, but
Like
it's based
okay,
on
it's like 4 people died in real life in this riot.
Yeah.
In the show,
In the show, it's like
85
30.
people
85 people
Yeah.
died. Like half the city's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's basically a crime drama
Mhm.
with kung fu action,
right?
and
so
it's
good.
fantastic.
It's so good.
Yeah. It's really good. Highly recommend.
The acting's great. The
Dude,
action scenes are great.
The
All
action.
of the
drama
characters
is
are
so good.
fully developed.
Yeah.
Dude, Andrew Koji, like he is Bruce Lee.
And
Yeah.
Andrew Koji was about to quit fucking acting
Right.
before he got this gig. And all of a sudden he's like the star of this show that went 3 seasons. And he was like, I was about to quit. And
But he's so good.
Fucking good.
He's so good at it.
He's so good.
And there's no woke bullshit in it. There's no Mary Sue bullshit in it. It's like you said, everybody
of the
is
time.
developed in this thing.
Yeah. Anything that's
So-
like race related is literally just ripped from the history
Right.
books. And it's
Yeah.
like, look, man, shit
It's
was
like
weird
it's
back
like
then.
I have read comments about how it's like, oh man, I think they go a little bit overboard with the racial slurs.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't think they
I
do.
don't think so either, man.
Oh,
really
the
don't think they
time?
do.
1870s was not a kind
Yeah.
time.
They
No.
held back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did.
And everything that was like gender related as far as like who did what and who had the power for what. I think it's so fucking well done and well translated
Right.
that it's not like the people the women who have a certain amount of power, it's done so fucking well that you absolutely believe it.
Yeah.
And it's not like something that takes you out.
It's not
and goes,
shoehorned
we
in.
have to do that because it's
Yeah. No, it's like,
2024."
well, like Mai Ling is the main character
mean-
of the show and she's biting for
I guess-
power and her storyline. She's, how do I say this?
I think I said that wrong. I thought there was a little bit.
No, you're good. You're good.
no,
Okay.
You
no.
said it right.
There's
Mai Ling,
Okay.
like she's biting for power. She's taking over a Tong. She's trying to get to the top of the totem pole, and
Yeah.
everything is pushing her back down.
Yeah.
Right.
Mostly because she's a woman, and
Yeah.
she has to do some
ruthless. Yeah,
ruthless shit.
I really like her.
But
Yeah.
when push comes to shove, there's a couple of scenes throughout the seasons where you're like, oh, I think that bitch is gonna die, and then it's just like no safe character in the show.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and the character of a toy who on the surface you just think like she runs a brothel and she's a
Right.
prostitute, but she is fucking fierce.
She's
Yeah.
badass.
She's
Yeah.
so fucking cool.
She's super cool, but she
Yeah.
gets her ass handed to her too a couple times.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
nobody's-
She gets,
Nobody's safe. Nobody's
everybody
safe.
in this show who fights gets fucked up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's good.
yeah.
I
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
I don't know how much we can praise it without
So-
sounding
Yeah.
like shills,
we,
but
Yeah,
we want you
we were
guys.
shilling.
We want you guys to spread the word. Tell your friends about it. Everyone has Netflix, so like it's
Yep.
freely available on Netflix. Give it 3 episodes. If you're not hooked by the 3rd episode,
Give it a
it's not
thumbs
for you.
up.
Yeah.
We really want this show to do well.
Yeah.
It's such a rare show that is written well and produced well and acted well that really deserves another season.
It probably isn't for my wife wouldn't like this show. So
Well,
it's
no,
not,
it's
it's not
hardcore.
something that's for everybody, but
I mean, it started on skin.
if you right.
Like the
you-
first
you-
episode,
yeah.
you get full nudity.
It's R-rated.
Yeah,
It's kung fu nakedness and it's just a really well.
Late Night with Cap doesn't have a
show.
Netflix, bro.
Yeah, he didn't like the show anyway. I remember him. I was kind
Oh,
of.
yeah,
I
yeah,
remember
yeah.
I was kind of mad at JT. He's like, oh, it's not that great.
Don't make
Like,
fun of JT
It's
like
like,
that.
shut up. Dude.
Yeah.
It's good. You know
Well,
it's good.
Wendy says I'm afraid it might be too bloody for me, and it's not that
It's not that
bloody. It's brutal,
It's
but it's
brutal.
not like blood and guts.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
sometimes.
Sometimes
it's
it can
more
be.
like like you are stabbed and you see like blood on the knife.
Yeah, like blood and guts.
It's
Yeah.
not like there's gore.
Well, it's not
not
like-
gory.
It's not like
gory.
Saw or anything like
No,
that.
no, not at
No,
all,
it's not
no.
gory at all.
It's like
You don't see parts.
it's
You
like
never see parts.
Nudity. Now I'm really in. Yeah, bro. It's Skinamax.
Oh yeah, there's nudity.
Oh, yeah.
There's nudity.
it's not on HBO, JT. It's on
Max.
it's Netflix now.
Well,
Okay,
it's on both, isn't it?
I don't think so. I don't know.
They took it off.
I think it's a Netflix thing now.
I'm gonna Google it.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Actually,
But
anyway,
check it out.
yeah. But that's it. That's all. We're not gonna spend so much
I
time.
just want season 4.
I just want a season 4.
Go watch it,
So
or
I'm
don't
gonna-
put Netflix on it and don't watch it. I don't care. Thumbs it up.
That's what I've been doing. At
We
home.
want the stats.
I don't have time to rewatch it again, and we've already watched it
Yeah.
so many times that I've just like put it on
Yeah.
in another room.
That's what I've been doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you guys watch the show and then watch our recaps of the show, they'll play much better.
Oh yeah, that's a great
We,
idea.
and
Yeah.
I have to admit, listen, we are not unbiased. We are absolutely,
we hit-
we're shills for this show, 100%.
But
I
when-
think we're not getting anything from it. We just like it.
we just want.
and,
that's all.
We have,
But we do-
we kind of know some of these people, and
but we have a relationship with the
like
showrunner
what I'm just
who
said,
they know that when they listen to our show, we're not gonna hold back on it.
no.
So like if something's there that
Which
we
is
don't
why
like,
we're not the official.
which is why
podcast.
we're not the
and
official
this started back when we were watching C,
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
related to C, same
Same
showrunner,
thing,
same people,
Yep.
and
Yo,
Um,
what if C had an official podcast?
it wouldn't be us.
It definitely wouldn't be us. We did do every episode of that show though, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Oh man, we should
Go watch C, guys.
We
It's
should
really good, too.
unofficially title ourselves the official podcast of C. Because who else did it?
Retroactive.
Who else did it? Let's be real.
Yeah.
All right. I want you guys to interact with the chat for a few minutes. This Cult 45 is getting in my bladder. I'll be right back.
Oh, it's getting your bladder. Okay, well,
Yeah.
what do we got going on?
Captain Ireland, aka Sean O'Brien, said Paul found out that his mom was pregnant in part 1, and that is not book accurate. I just want to tell you.
Oh, okay. Where are we at, Matt? On the supers, or I don't know where we left off.
We left off with Danny. So Danny says, "The Dork Knight for $2. Star Trek: The Undiscovered Country, Uncluttered F." I believe Alex already covered that one. But
Okay.
then we got a new member from William Ford,
That's not a new member, but he must have re-upped his membership.
or became a regular member.
Yeah. Thank you, William. Nice to see you, buddy. It's nice to see you in the chat. What else we got going on?
Oh,
there's
he
another
said he
Forbes.
recently started it, though. I assume you're talking about Warrior?
So William Forbes for $5. I recently started it. Love how they show the language barrier.
Yeah.
I watched 4 so far, and with y'all's reviews with it.
Oh, good.
Also, when is that Nerdrotic meetup? So the Nerdrotic meetup is going to be April 7th through the 12th.
Yeah, I think it's that week. There's a Wednesday night and a Thursday night meetup. The Wednesday night one sold out, got RSVP'd out really fast.
We'll drop some more info in our Discord chat also
Yeah.
leading up to that.
I think we're doing some stuff that week too, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Plans are in motion.
Plans
yeah.
are in motion.
We,
No,
we
we
haven't,
haven't
announced
we
it.
haven't said anything in concrete
Okay.
yet, but
Mhm.
there's going to be so many YouTubers out here,
Yeah.
and a lot of them are going to be using our studio.
Right.
So
It's exciting.
so-
I stocked the fridge already.
Yeah, yeah. So just so I know Forbes is one of those guys. I mean, listen, I want to talk to everybody.
Mhm.
But I know Forbes is planning on coming to town, and I definitely want him to I want him to come in and hang out, and he can have a personal invitation from me to come hang out in the studio for a bit.
yeah, we'll take them out to
100%.
dinner.
Yeah,
or
we will
something.
come hang out, man.
Oh,
hell yeah.
yeah. We should all go out.
So
It'd be dope.
yeah, I got Monday through
back.
Friday off that week. So
So I gotta schedule my vacation too because I ain't doing nothing that week.
I actually took 3 PTO days that week.
3
Yeah, I canceled my Oregon
Wednesday,
trip.
Thursday, and Friday.
I took Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday off because they're doing 2 meetups.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm probably gonna go to both of them.
Wow.
You know, I know we got.
That's a stacked week.
It's gonna be a
Really
busy
is,
week. We
yeah.
got everybody. Every day is gonna be. I wanted to come in the studio, hang
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
help out when I could. you
Shit,
know.
we're thinking about making a green room out of the
Yeah.
freaking office next door.
Yeah, we're gonna create a green room, hopefully.
So
We'll see. Pending
yeah.
pending authorization.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did we get to Williams
Yeah.
$5?
Yeah, we
Okay,
did.
cool. Great. All right. So the next sorry for my absence. The next thing on our list here today,
Bladder's got a bladder.
talking about more Netflix stuff. I'm gonna boom bitch this real quick. Boom marker. Okay, cool.
Boom, bitch.
Netflix Airbender. Now, I will admit right off the
Airbender.
bat, I don't know jack shit about Airbender.
Yeah.
Not a single thing. I've never seen a cartoon. I've never read a comic book. I've never watched either Shyamalan's movie. I have almost no interest in the new Netflix one that they're
Right.
putting out there. This is strictly just, okay, there's a new, it's new to me.
starts tomorrow.
There's a new franchise out there that I have the potential to getting into, like I
Mhm.
did with Warrior, like I'm doing with Dune right now.
I think you should watch it with your oldest kid.
The original cartoon, the
Yeah,
Nickelodeon cartoon.
maybe both
one?
kids.
Okay,
Maybe all your kids. I don't know.
maybe we'll see. But I have to approach this. I know Kadish is a super nerd about this stuff. He's been a fan of the cartoon for a long time, so
Yeah.
we'll lean on his knowledge about the this lore and all that stuff. But from my perspective, I have to come at this. Is this worth my time?
Mhm.
Is it worth getting into? Am I going to be satisfied?
Mhm.
Am I going to be interested? Is it going to keep me interested? Or is it just going to be like, I watched like 5 episodes and I was kind of like,
Yeah.
just not into it. That's what I need to be sold on. I can't just walk in to be like, yeah, I'm going to watch a freaking 7-season cartoon TV show and be all into it. Like, oh, somebody's got to sell me.
Do you ever use your kids as a gauge for this kind of stuff?
I
No.
probably have, but I can't specifically think of something that we've watched together. But I know
I did.
you did with
Yeah.
Airbender.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
He left the room.
Oh gosh,
Oh no.
I
watched-
love how
I
he
watched-
has his such. He's
I
he's
know.
kind of eccentric.
He is.
He really is.
He's much like his mother.
Uh-huh. He's like,
Like, eh,
this is stupid.
I'm gonna go play Minecraft. Like, okay.
He's like, I'm not really into this. And I was like, okay, well, I have to talk about this for work tomorrow. So what didn't you like? He goes, I just didn't like it. I was like, fair enough.
Fair enough.
Right. So I watched like a 20-minute recap of like the anime from season 1 to season 3. And I dug it. I was into it. And I was like, anime isn't really for me. So
Right.
it's fine. I'm not going to be like, this sucks. It's
Yeah.
just not what I'm into.
Sure.
So I was like, my son is into animation. So I was like, hey, buddy, why don't you just bring your Switch in here and I'm going to put this on and you see if you're into it while you're like playing your game.
Sure.
And I let one episode go and he was kind of like, while it was on, and I was like, hey, are you into it? And he was like, not really. And I was like, all right. And then the second episode started and then it was dinner time. So I paused it and he came in and I was like, hey, so what did you think of that show? And he goes, it's not for me. And I was like,
Yeah.
He knows what he likes.
that's so a thing that I would say. I was like, it's not for me too either.
Yeah.
I find myself so about 3-4 weeks ago, I knew this thing was coming out,
Mhm.
and I'm a noob to the whole Airbender thing. It's just not my. I'm the wrong generation, right, for this show. But I decided to like, okay, I'm gonna watch this cartoon, and I've made it through 5 episodes of the original cartoon, and I'm kind of just like, one way or the other. It's just
Something missing.
I don't know if there's something missing. It's just I'm kind of having a hard time getting into it. It's not bad.
Mhm.
Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's a bad show or anything. I just think maybe I'm just not the right target demographic for this show.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? I am definitely going to try to watch the Netflix show. It looks I like it when they take
Kate is
things
just
like
gonna make us.
I like it when things like this come out and they can make a live action
Sure.
adaptation of it.
Well, they freaking
And if it's good,
they didn't do
I'm
too
gonna-
well the
I'm-
first time.
if it's good, I'm going to be into it because I like everything that's going on with this stuff.
Mhm.
But if it's not good, I'm going to give it probably 2 episodes and go, I'm out.
All right. Well, let's
I don't
hear it
care.
because Kadish
So-
has been a fan for a long time.
Yeah.
He knows
Yeah.
more about it than any of us. So let's hear it from your side of the table there, bud.
Yeah, so Avatar The Last Airbender, it started off as a kid show on Nickelodeon, and it's set in this fantasy world where basically people can control the different elements.
Mhm.
So you have water benders who can control water, you have earth benders who can control like, dirt and rocks and stuff like that. You have air benders who can control the air, and then you have fire benders who can control the fire. And there's this supreme being called the Avatar, who's able to control all 4 elements in addition to being the conduit between the human world and the spirit world. And the Avatar is on a reincarnation cycle. So every time one Avatar dies, he or she gets reincarnated as a new Avatar. And in this particular story, basically, Aang, who's like this young, like airbender, he's kind of refuses the call, like he doesn't want to be the Avatar. And so he runs away, and as he runs away, he ends up kind of like falling into the ocean, getting frozen in like a ball of ice, essentially. And so he's missing for about 100 years, and 100 years without the Avatar to bring balance to the world creates a situation where the Fire Nation rises up and starts conquering and wiping out all
Mhm.
the other nations. So like they enslave like the Earth realm, and they destroy like the air realm, and Now they're on a conquest to conquer like the water realm.
Mhm.
And this is when two characters of the water tribes discover Aang in the ice and free him. And now the Avatar has returned, and he finds out all this terrible stuff that happened in his absence. And so he's forced to basically take on the mantle, learn how to control all the elements, and become the Avatar to bring balance back into the world.
That is the freaking best explanation for this
Yeah.
freaking show I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Like I've watched videos of like, oh, let's explain the lore of Avatar, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, I get lost almost immediately. You just explain the entire show in like 30 seconds, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'd probably watch that.
Yeah, it's got Asian influences. It's very set in like martial arts and spirituality and stuff like that.
Ain't no warrior though.
But it's a it's a really well defined fantasy world, and it's up there with like, you know, some people would put it up there with Lord of the Rings in terms of like
Right.
like how in depth of a world it is.
I will
I
say,
would compare it to like if you are witchy and you like the movie The Craft, like calling the four corners,
Hmm.
and then like your avatar would be Manu.
I feel like it's like the
Okay.
Fifth Element. I'm feeling like Fifth Element
Oh,
vibes,
sure.
right? You got
Okay.
fire,
Same kind of
yeah,
thing.
same, and then
Corbin,
Corbin Nash, not Corbin Nash. What is his name? Corbin Dallas.
Corbin Dallas.
Corbin Dallas.
she knows what a multipass is.
Lilu.
Multipass. That's kind of how I liken it too. Like, oh,
Wait,
okay,
so is
yeah,
Lilu
Corbin.
the Avatar?
Yeah, she's the Airbender.
Oh,
She's
Show me
the,
the passport.
Alright.
the Fifth Element.
Lilu is Aang. They Fifth Element just
That
stole the shit.
literally is
They just-
my
the
The
freaking.
multipass.
No way.
Multipass.
Oh, I probably shouldn't do that because somebody could screenshot it and like steal my identity or something like that. But
But getting back to the topic at hand,
sorry.
the
I'll
idea.
be sorry.
So like there are legions of fans for this thing, and
Right.
an entire generation grew up watching this show. And if you watch to the second season of the show gets very, very hardcore. Like it starts getting more serialized, starts getting more adult, and it's actually like a really fantastic TV show from start to finish. I think there are like 4 seasons. The first season is a little bit more episodic because like they go on all these side adventures because it was like the first season of a kid's show, and Nickelodeon was like, hey, you have to have like
Is that why I'm having a hard time getting through it?
yeah.
Okay.
But if you make it through the end of season 1 and you get to know all the characters and stuff like that, from season 2 onward, it's like nonstop. It's really, really a good story. And so fans have been wanting a good live action version of this for a long time. And we thought we were going to get that back when M. Night Shyamalan made the movie version of this, but it was absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
And so Netflix, for whatever reason, they've been really going hardcore into buying up the rights to popular animes and then making a live action version of them. But they do it in a really shitty
Yeah, but
way.
you just said that this thing has a legion of fans and for this IP, right? So why wouldn't they want to like try to develop something like
all of the anime that they've developed has had legions of fans.
I
So,
guess so.
so Death Note, first of all, totally destroyed that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Didn't follow that at all.
Cowboy
The big
Bebop?
thing was Cowboy
Yeah.
Bebop, because Cowboy Bebop
Oh.
had a big legion of
Trash.
fans. Yeah, and that was sheer terrible awfulness. The next one that they did, they actually got right though. It was One Piece, but the reason they got that right is because the creator of the material was on their ass, and he was like, "You're not changing this. You're not doing that. Blah blah blah." And so he was able to get some creative influence in there and keep One Piece to actually be like a good live action adaptation of the anime. Now with Avatar, there are some troubling signs where basically the 2 guys who were responsible for creating the show in the first place have basically left the adaptation due to creative differences. And
that's not a good sign.
Yeah, no, that is not a good sign. But we want to go through some of the differences between the cartoon and the live action version real quick, just so people can make an informed decision on like what the live action version is probably going to be like.
Okay, hit me with it.
So the first big change is that the Fire Nation characters are going to get a lot more attention in the first season of the Netflix show than they did in the first season of the cartoon. And what that means is basically there are certain characters related to the main antagonist of the first season, who's like this prince of the Fire Nation, who's like kind of obsessed with tracking down Aang. And it's his sister and his father. And there's a big buildup to revealing these characters, and his sister's like the main antagonist of season 2, and then the father is the overall antagonist of the entire series. And they don't even show you the father's face until I think season 3. something like that. But in the Netflix show, they're going to show you these characters right off the bat.
Okay.
Like there's not going to be any mystique to them. They're going to be introduced. They're going to be set up, and all that stuff. Then we have two kind of like minor bad guy characters. They're part of the Evil Sisters crew. Their names are Mai and Tai Lee, and they don't appear until the second season of the cartoon, and they're going to be bringing them into the first season of this show and just setting them up right away. A big thing in the TV show is that where Aang was born and raised and trained as an airbender, it was called the Southern Air Temple. And when he comes out of the ice, his first trip is to go there to try to find his tribe and his master and stuff like that. And it turns out that that was the first place that the Fire Nation completely wiped out because they knew that the airbender, an airbender was going to be the next avatar through the reincarnation cycle. And so the main bad guy, the main bad guy's father targeted that place. And there was a special comet that was like coming by. A comet.
Yeah, the comet gives like the fire people more power.
Okay.
So if you don't defeat them before the comet comes, like they're pretty much undefeatable.
Yeah, basically, whenever this comet comes by, it just jacks
which is
up
weird for me to know.
all the
Yeah, that's a random fact that Jude is like, I know this one.
Jude.
yeah, it jacks up all the firebenders' powers and makes them like very like almost unstoppable. And so basically in the cartoon, we get to see the aftermath of like the fall of the air temple, but in the Netflix TV show, they're actually going to show it to us. And so like that's a big thing.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the Netflix show is going to be more serialized. So like the first season, as we talked about, it's kind of episodic because Aang goes on all these side adventures and stuff like that. But for the show, they're really like kind of like focusing in on telling like an 8-hour movie. So like it's going to be very like, one episode leads into the next, which I actually think is a good thing. The comet that we just spoke about, Sozin's Comet is what it's called. It's not going to be in this season of the live action show. In the cartoon, it's kind of like a ticking clock type thing because Aang has to learn all of his powers and defeat the king of the Fire Nation before Sozin's Comet shows up. Otherwise, he's going to be too powerful to defeat. And so like there's this like race against time in the cartoon, but in the live action version, they're like, okay, we know that we have a lot of young actors, and so like we don't want to, because the entire series of the Airbender cartoon takes place over the course of a year, and they're like, well, we know that we're not going to make this a year-long time frame for this because in between seasons these actors are going to age and they're going to grow up, and so like, we're removing that to try to give us more time to tell the story. One of the big ones is that one of the side characters, Sokka, he's kind of like he's the brother of the characters that find Aang and release him, and he's like basically Aang's sidekick throughout like the entire show.
Gotcha.
So his sister is the water bender.
Yeah, Antara.
And she's like the
Katara.
master of water within their group. And he doesn't have like a superpower, so he goes and trains to be like a master like swordsman, right? Am I correct there?
Yeah, well, Sokka's superpowers with the ladies.
I'm just personally, I'm looking forward to being able to hopefully get into something new.
Yeah,
I'm so tired of.
I don't think this Netflix version.
I mean, this might not be it, but I always look forward to to something new to watch because I want a new fandom to kind of get into because I'm really tired of talking about the old shit that I grew up on because it all sucks now.
Yeah, it does.
And I want to talk about some new stuff that's good.
Well, you were going down like a manga rabbit hole too, right?
Yeah. Like Alita and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But, I don't know if they're ever going to make Alita part 2
Mhm.
or we catch a lot of crap for talking about stuff that's not good.
Are you mewing?
Yeah, I'm mewing.
You mean and I want to talk about some stuff that's good, and I really hope this is good.
I don't think it's.
That's
gonna
why I
be
like
bad.
talking about Warriors.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. Let's talk about some fun stuff.
That's what I
Jump
feel
in
like.
your time machine and figure out what's good, and then come
Yeah.
back here and talk about it.
Yeah.
I feel like our love for Warrior is what I wish we had for some of like the old school stuff that we talked, Star Wars, Marvel, all that
Yeah,
shit, right?
Well, I
I
used to
wish
feel
we
that
had
way.
the freaking that freaking show is rad.
Yeah.
We don't have that anymore. from what I'm hearing about this Netflix version, and then this is not reflecting the cartoon that originally came out, which everybody loves, like almost universally. But this Netflix version, I'm seeing a lot of red flags.
But people, I think, were saying the same thing about
What are your
One
red
Piece too.
flags?
Not working properly with the source material people who wrote the story. And they're like, we've got some differences that we're not going to be able to mend. So we're just going to leave the project.
I mean, honestly,
that's freaking huge.
There is some stuff that's not going to translate to a weekly television show.
Sure, but making slight changes to accommodate the style of or the medium that it's on is different than we're going to PC this so that nobody's offended anymore.
I mean, it's like they did that with Cowboy Bebop, right?
Yeah,
they just
did whatever they wanted.
Like destroyed this beloved piece of art, basically, that One Piece was, and they just like said, we're gonna do whatever the fuck we want with it.
Not One Piece.
Or
Cowboy Bebop.
That's what I said. I think, did I say Cowboy Bebop?
You said Cowboy Bebop first.
We know what you mean.
Okay.
And then you said the other one
Johnny
second.
Walker.
He's
Johnny
cooking.
But I hope
it's not the same meal you were making earlier.
I really hope that Avatar: The Last Airbender doesn't get the Cowboy Bebop treatment.
I think,
I think Netflix might have learned a lesson with One Piece.
Well,
maybe.
Well,
so
there are two more red flags that might change your mind on that.
You keep saying One Piece. Do you mean Cowboy?
No,
Bebop?
I don't mean, because One Piece is good.
One Piece is good.
Yes.
One Piece is
Cowboy
really
Bebop
good.
is bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not,
So it's
not the same platform.
So one of the
Both
things
Netflix.
that had the fan base
Are
and
they?
outrage
Okay.
is that the showrunners came out and said that they were dialing back on the problematic sexism of the character of Sokka.
Yeah.
And basically Sokka, like that's part of his character's journey is like when he starts off the series, like he has a very low opinion of women, and he's just like
Go make me a
back on
sandwich.
him.
That's the brother.
That's the brother.
Okay.
And as part of his character arc, he comes to learn that like women are people, and they're smart and they're capable and all this other stuff.
Women are people.
What?
So
well, he starts off being the brother of a woman in a tribe who she has powers and he doesn't, and in the tribe, like she's kind of looked down upon. You're looking at me like, why do you know this?
Yeah,
I thought women were sandwich making baby incubators.
In the tribe,
So.
she's kind of looked down upon because she's a woman and she's expected to like clean up after the men and do for the men and serve the men, but she's a fucking superhero.
Huh.
Yeah, and basically like taking that aspect of this character away, all the fans of the character, because he's the main comic relief in like the show, they're like, you're robbing him of his character arc if you do this. And a lot of people are seeing this as like, oh, it's woke.
Yeah. When somebody says this is problematic, I'm immediately like, I'm not fucking supporting anything you're doing.
and I mean, I guess we'll see. I mean, I don't know.
And another thing is that they're really emphasizing the family trauma of like the Sokka and Katara, in the sense that basically their mother died when they were like very young, and the father went to go fight the Fire Nation. And so like the trauma of like not having like a family and stuff like that, they're going to like push that to the forefront of these two characters. And that was not something that was really heavily put out in the cartoon. So
that's weird.
Yeah.
Sokka's main trauma is that his father's an asshole.
Again, how the frick do you know all this?
I know things sometimes. It doesn't have to be something that's for me, but I can still know about
Jude's a closet Avatar The Last Airbender mega fan.
She watched it by herself.
It's
She just
not
uses
for
her
me.
son as an excuse.
Like, okay, yeah, watch you with your kid. I
Honestly,
watched it
I
with
will
my
say,
kid.
I will say it is an epic story that I appreciate, but watching an anime is just not for me.
I'm going to post this.
Yeah, so,
Jude drinks. And
so,
she knows
so
yes.
The real question is, will the live action version live up to the animated version?
I'm gonna vote no.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Yeah,
I've only
will.
seen 2 hours of the animated show. So I'm probably not going to care. If I like the live action show, then that's going to be my version of Avatar: The Last Airbender that I'm going to watch.
Based off of Netflix's history with taking source material and just mucking it up with the check.
It's 50-50, right?
It's 50-50.
It's 50-50.
50% we live, 50% we die.
I don't know.
50-50. So
50-50?
50-50? Yeah.
And we always have the fifth element.
Like at least
we can always go back to Corbin Dallas if we
exactly right.
It's like,
yeah.
Okay.
So at least with like Warrior, if Netflix picks up a 4th season, I know who the showrunners are.
We know it's going to be good.
I know it's going to be good. Because all the same people are
At
going to be
least,
involved.
at least 7 of the 10 episodes
I
are
have
going to
2
be good.
problems.
You don't know which one's water?
Jesus, Jude. You need to like get some food coloring or something.
Hold on. Give me one. Don't tell me which one it is.
Oh, Jesus. Nope.
That's gin. That's good gin, though. Holy shit. Is that just gin? Did you put anything in it? Oh, okay. I was going to say, God, that's dangerous
It's
gin.
really good.
That came right out of Ryan Reynolds' butthole.
Oh,
I
man.
was gonna do what you just did. Give it back.
No, I'm keeping it now. It's my cocktail. Oh,
Ooh, that's okay. I'll clean it.
Danny's bringing me Dune books. It's like, what
shit. Is he still on
I
that?
thought you were gonna come over and listen to it with me.
Yeah, we need to hang out and listen to an audiobook together like nerds. Anyway, yeah, my
Have
vote.
an ear pod.
Just share it.
Yeah.
Get the splitter.
Yeah.
All the
Um,
stuff he has to edit out.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm saying I don't have that much faith in, from what I'm hearing. I'm hearing too many red flags.
Really?
I don't really think this is going to end up well.
Okay, well.
I think we're going to default back to the cartoon and say, because that's what
I
happens,
don't
right?
want to watch 4 seasons of a cartoon.
Three seasons.
3 seasons. That was still too much. I don't want it. It's
According to the chat, it's just 3 seasons.
Those
and
are like
it's Chinese,
20
not
episode
Japanese.
seasons, though. Those are like Buffy seasons.
Like 22
And
episodes.
Yeah.
according
Yeah,
to the
but
chat,
like
it's not an
half-
anime
they're
because it's
half hours.
Chinese.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What-
It's not Chinese.
It's not
That's
Chinese.
what I'm hearing. That's what I'm reading.
Well, chat's wrong. So it was an American.
Gauntlet
It was
thrown
an
down.
American anime.
Okay.
I think people were just differentiating that anime is considered a Japanese.
And I believe there are 4 seasons.
I mean, Chinese
I
stuff
think
is
there's
weird.
just 3.
It's like you get like rockets put on the planet Earth so they can go to like some other solar systems.
Did it
stuff.
better. People are still talking about Lynch.
Yeah, well, you know,
Right.
Well,
it's on the thumbnail.
that was a much more interesting topic. Sorry, Avatar.
Yeah. I think it's 3 seasons.
I'm really looking forward to watching the sci-fi miniseries again.
Yeah.
Kinda too.
Yeah. Let's
Kinda
do
too.
that.
We're doing it this week.
Anyway,
We only have to watch the first season though, because
Yeah.
it's like 1 book per season, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
are we satisfied with Avatar?
Yeah, I'm
We're
satisfied
moving
with
on.
Avatar.
I'm
Kadish,
good.
are you good? Are we moving on? Okay, cool. We're moving on from Avatar. All right, we're gonna take a break real quick and address the chat
Yeah.
and catch up with you guys for a
I want to
minute.
give a shout out to film professor Sean, who's in the chat.
Oh,
Is he?
nice.
Oh, is that Sean?
Yep.
Oh,
haven't seen-
Sean. Right on. Yeah, that's why. Okay, so
Professor.
he got in here late. It's all good. What's up, Sean? How you doing, man? I haven't seen you.
He's old school like me. Lynch did it better.
Yeah, yeah. Man.
I love it. Us old dudes. Yeah.
Dig it. I haven't seen Sean since your wedding. I think it's been a minute.
Yeah. Me neither.
Well,
Yeah, I
how
thought-
long has it been? A few months?
Yeah, since
November.
November. What is it,
November.
4 or 5 months? 4 months? I can't count. I don't know.
2 months.
It's not been 2 months.
November,
December, January, February.
Okay, 3 months.
All right. None of us can count. We're drinking.
I feel like it was like a year ago.
It does feel like a long
It was a
time.
long time ago.
I mean, you changed her hair color. It's just
Like,
crazy
someone-
A
time.
whole
Changed.
different person.
She's a gothy now. It's just
She's all coffee.
she's
She gets married and went goth.
I'm so depressed. The coffee and
I'm
cigarettes.
doing my like single girl hair
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Now that I'm married.
Now I'm blonde and having fun. Now that I'm married.
No. Kadish marries somebody and they immediately start hanging out at freaking the pancake house and drinking coffee, smoking cigarettes. So ironic.
Hold on. What do you clap when
You guys are all sheep. You're just sheep.
you gonna do? Slam
even know.
poetry on the fucking coffee, Grouchy Johns or something?
Like, bring me my coffee.
I have all of my artwork on the walls at Grouchy
Yeah.
John's.
1000%.
Yeah.
I want a
1000%.
black coffee
Yeah.
with nitro in it.
Dude, a nitro for
I love
cold brew.
nitro.
You need to
sauce.
Dude,
stock
a
up
nitro
on-
cold brew is you do not fuck with a
You
nitro
need to
cold brew.
stock up on like some black eyeliner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. If you come in
Will you
straight up,
please do like black
you have a black
eyeliner?
wig.
Oh,
I bet you have a black wig.
Yeah.
I probably do. I
Yeah,
have a lot of wigs.
dude. You show up with a black wig and black eyeliner, this guy's gonna lose his mind.
I'm
It's gonna be hilarious.
I'm already
I've
losing
been-
my mind.
Trying to clean out my closet over the last couple of weeks, and I was like going through like because I have like hanging up stuff, and then I have just
Yeah.
like the canvas boxes of stuff that's like gym stuff and like
Oh my God.
sleep stuff.
You own a beret?
And I do own a beret. I have like a whole box of like corsets, and I was like, why do I have so many corsets?
I love it, dude. The freaking chat's going nuts. Somebody said I like pancakes too. Oh,
I
Dennis Wright.
fucking
Dennis,
love
Dennis
pancakes.
Wright said I like pancakes.
I like pancakes.
Yeah, man. And then Dork Knight. My artwork's been hanging at Grouchy John's for years.
Well, you're so goth. You're so goth.
It
And I
doesn't
think that's why you hate me right now.
Are you a visual representation of what female Danny looks like?
We got super chat.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm sorry. Let me get to those. Is it more Danny? No.
It's probably more
But
Danny.
probably more Danny.
Just Danny being like, ugh, you guys are sheep.
Okay.
He likes to be abused.
Which William Forbes $5 chat did you guys get to? I recently started it. Is it? Do you guys read that one?
No,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
we did.
You did.
I don't know. Then we're done.
I'm gonna pull it up twice.
It's-
No.
Oh no, I see.
Start with JT.
JT, what's up? Late night at Cat. I won't be there until April 29th.
Which day is that?
I don't know.
That's
probably
way after the meetup.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wait, you're coming after the meetup?
that's like the end of the month. Well, but he comes every year for work.
Yeah. You can still hang out. With
Yeah,
him,
yeah,
man.
for sure.
Come hang out.
I
But don't
mean,
worry.
we had him come to our house last time.
Yeah,
This is true.
he's part of
Yeah.
the family.
It's true.
It's part of
Ooh,
the,
when does House of the Dragons 2 come out?
July or August, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a whiles away.
Okay.
But we know somebody on that show.
Yeah. But remember the last time JT was in town, we all watched House of the Dragons.
Yeah, that's right. $5. I'm sorry, I had like Samuel L. Jackson accent going on. That's right.
Motherfucking dog. Say $5 one more time.
Smart motherfucker. That's right.
Jesus.
$5.
We have the like most sweary live stream on YouTube. I think.
I don't think so.
You think?
I don't watch that many people on
I
YouTube.
don't either. I mean, I try.
People in the chat could tell us. They're you guys watch more YouTube than I do.
I mean,
probably.
we need Tom to hang out with more. We get a more sweary of Tom.
I'm sorry. I took that card and I plucked it out.
Yeah.
You can if you got
you
me,
ruined that.
it's either me or Tom. You can't have both. Never again. $5 from William Forbes. My membership stopped and I don't know what happened.
Oh no.
Gonna take PTO and stay for a few days, just using the meetup as an excuse to go to Vegas. Hell
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Up for dinner. Right
Yeah.
on. Perfect. All right, we'll
Yeah,
map it out.
You
We
always
love
need an
dinner.
excuse to come to Vegas, and that's a good one.
Yeah. Listen, man,
And,
you've got direct contact with any of one of us on Discord. We'll figure something out for
And
sure.
Forbes is a chef, so
Oh,
Yeah. Oh,
Shit, you coming over and
Yeah.
you making dinner,
that's
bro.
what I just think. It's like,
Ooh,
yeah,
is
you
that
need to
fuck- is that
what-
messed up to make them cook for us?
throw us just send us a shopping list, brother, and you can cook.
Let the man cook.
Yeah, thanks for giving us money. We're gonna let you cook.
Came
You're
to Vegas and
welcome.
got
You're
put to work.
welcome.
You're welcome.
Thank you for
It's part
cooking.
of the experience that
That's-
you have paid for.
That's dangerous though, because if he wants to go out for dinner somewhere and we take him, he's gonna be like,
It's gonna be all judgy.
I can fucking do better than this, right?
There's
Like,
a lot of
Right.
good chefs in this town. Dude.
Yeah,
that's
I'm gonna
it.
take it back to Dune, and maybe we need a poison snifter.
oh boy. Let me taste everything you have.
Yeah,
Can you do sushi and can you do the poison puffer fish that kill you? If
We
do it
have
wrong?
those in Vegas.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
Dude,
think
these
we do.
cold. These
think
cold
we
for
need
you.
There's no
that.
poison
Maybe we
puffer
could
fish in
just
Vegas.
have him make some pasta or
Pasta.
some like
Pasta.
Pasta.
pizza or something. We love. How about some fries?
Fries
I'm
are-
hungry.
I want some like
Oh, okay. So
I want some like goat intestine foie gras.
you know what this reminds me of?
I'll make you that in a casserole.
This reminds
Okay,
me-
You're gonna
this-
love it.
You put shrimp in it.
This reminds me of that movie, The Menu, where like the chef tries to kill everybody.
Yeah.
I feel like William Forbes is
I-
going to do that for
you
us.
know,
He's
I've
gonna be like, okay,
decided-
everybody, we're going to cook for. I'm going to make hamburgers for you. And they're going to
Yeah.
be the best hamburgers you've ever had in your life. And
Yeah.
I'm going to kill you.
That's a weird movie.
Yeah.
It's a super weird movie.
We reviewed
That-
it, right?
Yeah.
Makes me
Yeah.
think of the bear and
Oh, yeah.
Cousin Richie is supposed to be in the new Avatar, right?
Oh, I don't
Bringing
know.
it back
Bring it back. Bring it back to movies.
We're done
Right?
talking about Avatar, Jude.
in the
Done.
the live action. Cousin Richie is supposed to be in Avatar, right?
So just to bring it back to Avatar, isn't that come on tonight at midnight?
I'm the only
right?
one who researches the topics, apparently.
I
It's-
watched the
it,
video.
starts tonight, right? At midnight.
don't know.
Matt, you're supposed to know
Wow.
these things.
Matt, you're supposed to know everything.
I tried Googling
Look it up
if
right now.
Avatar was
I'm looking
Japanese or Chinese, and Google was like,
Somebody
"Fuck you
turn on
talking about?"
Avatar really quick and see what the tank.
Yeah.
It's
'cause
American.
there's a countdown.
That's why Google doesn't
Yeah.
understand.
The
There's-
internet was like, "How dare you?"
Yeah.
All right, look, I'm turning Avatar. I'm just gonna turn it on. I'm turning.
You gonna watch Avatar right now?
I'm turning Netflix on my phone.
All right. The next topic. We got 15 minutes before the 2-hour mark. Okay, I want to hear it from the chat, and I'll get your guys' feedback first. We have
What
like
do we need to get to?
3 topics we need to get
Just
to.
pick one.
Do you want to like rapid fire them?
Oh, what
Sure.
are the topics? I forgot.
Let's start with invasion.
Yeah.
Oh
Ooh.
shit. Yeah.
Oh
Why?
shit, she says.
The only thing is why. That's-
All right. Invasion season 3
Ugh.
has officially been given the green light for a season 3
We need to call
for
Smitty.
no other reason than Apple needs a tax write-off.
We need to call Smitty really quick.
I,
Smitty.
I already emailed him. I
Yeah.
emailed him. I sent him the link to the announcement, and he got back to me like almost immediately, and he was like, "Fuck yes,
Yeah.
let's do this shit."
I'm so upset that Invasion just fucking gets another season.
Yeah,
for
and
no reason.
shows like Warrior have to fucking fight.
I know.
for it.
That's
Thank you.
nonsense.
Yeah.
Thank you. That is nonsense.
Yeah.
Apple should have picked up Warrior.
We just got rated by Popcorn Planet.
Oh,
great.
nice. What's up?
Nice.
Andy Signor. What's up, folks?
That's
Popcorn
awesome.
Planet people.
Shit, I lost it again.
Drew doesn't know which one's water or which one's gin.
That's terrible.
I'll
It's
tell
water.
you what. I'll tell you
Water.
what though. That gin cocktail you made is lit.
It's good,
It's
right?
so good. That is like dangerously good.
I'll make
Anyway,
you- I'll make you one in a minute.
Invasion. It's
Invasion
literally
season
the
3.
worst television show.
it's so dumb
On
and
streaming.
nonsensical, and Apple is just like, yeah, here's another $5 million.
and we
Yeah.
can't make it stop. It just keeps coming.
we
Like the
dedicate
aliens.
we dedicate like a whole like 2-month segment of the show
about
just
how bad it is.
telling people, listen, this show is
Awful.
dumb.
It's dumb.
Do
And
you think
terrible.
that we're contributing to the problem?
I think so. Do we not talk
Ju-
about it?
just
We have to
give
talk
us
about it.
to give us the most credit that we can.
here's the scenario.
Have
that
we
I'm-
reached so many people that Apple was like, we should
We-
double down on
dude,
this, right?
Listen, I know the analytics behind those videos. We didn't reach shit.
Yeah, people aren't watching.
we didn't reach anybody. Nobody's watching
Right.
those videos. That we do that just to torture ourselves for like comedy gold that we get out of it. Remember the French thing? You make my ass twitch. You know what I mean? Like
These kids can go fuck off, or they can save the world. Who
we
cares?
we create parody skits based off of how ridiculous that TV show
Yeah.
is,
Which are
and
better than the show,
which are better than the show because they're funny at
and they
least.
take less time to watch.
But the show itself is just so dumb and nonsensical. But I don't know who has what dirt
Whoa.
over the Apple TV people. Why
Yeah.
they keep giving money?
The finance people.
They're just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, invasion, yeah.
Do you think that the gold juice is at play here?
Oh, we're talking conspiracy
yeah,
theories.
yeah. Invasion has drank the golden
golden
juice. The golden juice.
Yeah,
Just the production team has all just like taken
yeah.
a shot
I'll
of the
take
gold
it.
juice.
I'll take it. They're just over here like, yeah, we'll make
And-
your show for you.
And Apple is it
It's
a
so-
coincidence
the
that
forbidden
this is
fruit?
the sign for A for Apple? Apple's
Stop.
like,
You're
oh,
gonna
you're
invoke
one
that.
of us now.
I don't understand though. It's like what is Apple thinking when they renew an abhorred show like Invasion? It makes no sense.
No, nothing makes
It's just a bunch of woke, nonsensical, written by Chat GPT.
It might be.
bullshit
It
show,
might be.
and yet they cancel stuff like
C
C.
and Warrior. Well,
And-
they didn't cancel Warrior.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
C had its issues, but at least it was
It was fun.
It was a fun
It was
ride.
and it
cool.
starred Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
Dave Bautista
Fucking-
showed up for some reason.
Had, you know,
David Hewlett was in it.
Hewlett,
It had
yeah.
cuckoo fucking satellite
It-
dishes,
it
and
did-
everybody was like, "Hey, this is a door now."
It's like
And we all went, "Okay,
This is a
I guess it's a door now."
People are like, you need to quit watching stuff that sucks. It's like, well, quit making stuff that sucks.
and people like Sylvia Hoeks,
Hoeks.
Hoeks, whatever.
Hooks.
Sylvia, who we interviewed.
It sounds like
Yeah, don't say that.
No,
Yeah, Sylvia, our queen, Queen Kane,
she is
right?
Kane.
It had that goofy, like, see the TV show on Apple TV, which there's three seasons. Three seasons.
All we got was 3.
It was
Seemed like
it
12.
was ridiculous,
It was
but it
awful.
had a charm
Yeah, it
to
was
it,
super fun.
It was so charming.
where you were like, yeah, I'll watch
Yeah.
it.
That first season, it's a hard watch because like the first time we watched it, we were like, what the fuck is this? This is so crazy.
Yeah.
It's so silly. It's
Yeah.
so ridiculous. But we
And
powered through and
And we
then
had fun with
the
it.
second season, they like fixed
Went next
everything that was
level.
Yeah,
wrong with it
right,
because they had
yeah.
a new showrunner come in and it was like, I'm going to make this an actual show.
Yeah.
And he fucking made sense of the nonsensical
then-
aspect of
right.
it.
And then,
And then season 3 came in and was like, we're just going to fuck
yeah,
it
we're
up.
just gonna wrap it
We're
up.
gonna burn it
Fuck it
down.
up.
Gotta get it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're burning it
Yeah.
down.
And it was such a fun ride.
Yeah.
But Invasion comes in,
Invasion
and,
comes in
and
and
they
it's like, hey.
they get worse every season.
Invasion was like, hey, you got a soul? I'm gonna eat it.
We're gonna eat your
Yeah, it's
soul.
just-
Yeah.
Because the acting is just, it's dull. No offense to the actors themselves, but like just the
There's-
dialogue that they have to deal with is
There's
just like
so many
ugh.
fucking characters and so many fucking storylines that don't do anything or add up to anything. And then all of a sudden, 3 seasons later, you're like, everything's coming together. And you're like, who fucking cares? There's
Yeah.
like 6 12-year-olds.
Hey man,
And one of them likes another one, and
There's
then the other one is just like, oh, but I like her. And who cares? We're in an alien invasion.
there's a giant mothership over the planet. Like there's like 10 of them, and there's this one that has a maze in it for reasons. and we're gonna like transport through the maze through this giant space butthole that we
It
open
was a
Space
space
butthole.
butthole.
For
It
some-
was.
Butthole
for
was
some
the best
reasons,
part of that
and
season.
we're gonna market the show on the dude from the first movie of the dinosaur movie, but he's really not in the show for more than 15 minutes, and then we're gonna have all these stupid kids.
Listen,
Right.
they
It's just the
hoodwinked
worst.
me.
I feel like Vader was in the writer's room.
Season 1 hoodwinked me as a Jurassic Park fan. I was like, Sam Neill's in this fucking
Yeah.
show? Oh, I'm watching
Oh my
this
god, I
shit
forgot
out of that, right? Season 1, he was all over the marketing campaign.
Yeah.
Sam Neill,
wait.
Sam Neill, Apple
You
TV,
made
Sam
us
Neill.
watch
I
this
did.
show.
Let's make one of the main characters an abusive, cheating father who doesn't give a fuck about his wife or his kids.
The
Make him the main character.
We're gonna
Yeah.
give him a
Yeah.
redemption arc because
Yeah.
at one point during the first season, he's gonna go,
yeah,
Hey.
yeah.
The
"You're
worst.
But
a
like-
line cook now."
Mm.
I'm kind of into it.
We nicknamed him piece of shit.
Piece
for
of
a
shit.
reason.
Yeah.
That's his name. Piece of shit.
But yeah, they hoodwinked me as a Jurassic Park fan. They were like, "Listen, Sam Neill's in this Apple TV show."
No, he's not.
And I was like, "Oh
Mm.
my god,
No, he
guys,
is
Sam
not.
Neill is in an Apple TV show. I gotta watch this."
Yeah, yeah.
They hooked me. First episode, dead.
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, well, he's gonna come back eventually, right?
No.
He does not.
Mm-mm.
No. Season 2, maybe Sam Neill will come back. No.
They had a picture of him in season.
Yeah.
two.
Oh, they did.
Picture.
They had a picture.
Yeah.
A picture that they took from season 1
Yeah. And they photocopied it and
put it on
stuck
a
it
wall.
during one of
and
the
he was
episodes.
in the trailer.
guys,
he was in the trailer for season 2.
this-
He's on the IMDb for season 2 because of that picture that they Xeroxed and pasted on the wall.
Listen, Invasion is so bad that I ran out of thesaurus words for awful.
That's true. He did.
I can't do the thesaurus gig anymore because there's
You
no
broke
more
it,
there's no more words to describe how something is bad that I can use without repeating
So-
myself.
We need
So
someone
the-
to invent
the-
an app
Hold
of
on.
just bad words for like awful.
The
so
real
that Vader
the
can
real
use it.
question here is: are we going to be reviewing season 3?
No, no,
I kind of think we have,
no,
I kind of think we have to.
no, no, no.
At least listen, at least it has to be like a 15-minute block on the live stream. 15, 20 minutes. We don't have to like dedicate an hour to it, but we can still have some fun
No,
with it.
no, I don't want to.
Well, then, okay.
No,
Jude, come on.
no.
Come
We
on.
can replace
No.
you with
Skits.
Smitty.
The skits.
I will definitely be guessing on Smitty's.
Oh my God. You're right. We could totally replace her with
I
Smitty.
literally feel like I'm about to cry.
Wendy says we think we have to.
Jude,
No.
you're
No.
out. No,
Good.
no,
Replaced.
Okay, I'm out.
no, but
Okay.
Jude, no, but Jude, listen. The skits that we come up with.
We could do other skits.
Can we ask ChatGPT to write it better?
We probably could. Dude, now did you see the new AI thing where you could make movies and shit
Oh yeah,
now?
yeah. So we talked about that on
we
Saturday.
could just remake the whole show and be
Yeah.
like, this is what should have been.
Yeah.
We'll make a better show.
Yeah.
Speaking of better shows, you want to go to Game of Thrones spinoff?
Yeah, let's
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot we were supposed to rapid fire this shit.
Ooh, I'm excited for this.
Oh, I got a boom bitch. Hold on.
Boom, bitch.
There we go. That's me hitting the B for marker on the StreamYards thing. Just FYI for the chat.
I think
Game of
Danny-
Thrones.
I think.
I'll do it. I have to go pee anyway.
Okay. Goddamn Danny.
We also got a $2 super chat from Danny Vader. Check the door or your text.
I
It's
don't
raining.
want your Dune books. He's dropping me off his Dune volume.
I'll leave him in the rain. Fuck it.
I told him I don't borrow books, dude. I don't borrow books. You're not going to get them back.
I don't think he wants
So-
it back. He wants you to owe him something.
I'm
Um,
not going to owe him shit.
Game of Thrones spinoff.
Mm.
So we're getting. Jude's a super fan of Game of
Go,
Thrones.
she'll be right back.
Yeah, we'll give it a second. I'll
Danny,
address
thank you
the
for the
chat.
$2 for your. I can't believe you drove over here to drop off a package. That's hilarious.
He's a nutcase.
The door's locked. You can't get in.
We
So-
got some members chats. To
Oh yeah, hit us
Yeah,
up.
hit
What do we got? Sorry, I didn't even notice. Here we go. Oh, okay. William Forbes.
Oh
Oh,
my
sweet.
God.
Dude, I'm down to cook for you all. I can do sushi, but average. My go-to is Southern fried chicken, potatoes, gravy, etc. Not a good snob, but yes, a foodie. Bro, did he really drop
did.
off all
He
the
drove
Dune
all the way
books?
I don't.
Hold on. I want to finish up William Forbes' thing. I don't know if I can rightfully take you up on the offer for you to cook for me. That seems wrong for some reason.
Yeah,
But thank you for the offer. That is amazing.
it's crazy.
He says for $2, season 3 S&P. Let's go.
It's going to cost more than $2.
Yeah, man, you got to pony up for that shit. No, I'm kidding. Thank you for the $2. Very
All
generous.
right. So listen, I got his shout out, Danny.
Yeah,
Here.
$2 first. Okay, so $2 super chat
So
from
look,
Danny.
look,
Vader,
Dan-
check the door. Your text. It's raining.
Yeah, look, did you just He just literally, he came in, he dropped these books off, and he left.
Does that one have a penis on it?
It's a worm, dude.
That's a fucking penis.
I don't know what
That
it
is a
I think
penis.
I think I got the whole Dune
give me that.
collection.
Give me that book right there.
That's a sandworm.
That is a fucking dick. Give me that. Let me in the chat right now. What is that? What is on my face? That is a freaking
Danny, thank you, brother.
that's a penis.
Now I have to read. Which one is first?
I'll read it to you.
Heretics, God Emperor, Children.
Dune is first.
Is that this one?
Yes. No, that's the last.
Because I got Dune Messiah. I don't know how.
Chapter House Dune is the last book.
So he give me every one but the first one? I got Children of, Heretics of, God Emperor, Chapter House, and Dune Messiah.
Dune Messiah is the second one.
So
Dune is. Oh,
I got it. I still got to buy the first book.
God damn, that's a lot of books.
Okay, Jesus. A lot of
I didn't
movies.
realize
There's a
there
lot
was
of
that
movies.
many.
All right,
Lot of movies,
we
right?
kind of skipped over.
Yeah,
Adam.
I'm gonna get this. Adam Wolford, $2 super chat. Sorry, the Colt 45 is getting to me. Think of the shorts for Invasion. Yeah, man. The skits alone would be worth covering that show. It'd be ridiculous, but it would be unfortunately
We
worth
got
it.
another one.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. I want to do Nerdy Neo real quick. That is a dick on your face, Alex. LOL. Yeah, thank you. William Forbes for $2. Jim Bell Tyson, still dead.
dead.
Still
yeah.
dead.
Yeah, man.
Yep, still dead. That's funny.
I forgot that was even that guy's name.
Oh man, Andy Signor hooked it up with the raid.
Yeah, man, that's
That's
rad.
pretty
Welcome,
dope.
Popcorn Planet. Thanks for joining us today. We're talking a whole bunch of different stuff. You're catching us at the tail end of our
Yeah.
live stream, though.
Yeah,
We're gonna-
I wish Jude had some celebrity goss.
I know that would have been perfect. Jude, do you have any celebrity gossip for us this week? Because we've got the Popcorn Planet people on board. I know we covered Ozzy Osbourne versus Ye last week. Is that how you
Ye.
say his name?
Yee.
Whatever the fuck it is.
Ye.
Easy?
I don't give a shit. You mentioned something earlier.
It was
in our-
Alyssa Milano versus Shannon Doherty. As
Oh,
well.
God.
That was the previous one.
That was,
That
the
was last-
previous
Is that
one.
settled now? Are we good? Or is she still hot and heavy about that?
There's no new news.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I
You
think-
mentioned I saw you drop something and you were like, yeah, this
I
one's
know.
kind
I
of
have to
thing.
revisit it.
Is there something about the new action star? What's her name?
Oh,
Rachel Zegler.
Rachel Zegler gets Action Star of the Year in the same year that freaking
What a
Mission
dog.
Impossible comes out.
That's why
What is
everybody
that?
hates
What is that
Hollywood.
nonsense?
Nonsense.
Hey, now that Jude's here, let's talk about Game of Thrones.
Okay, Game of Thrones. Thank
All
you,
right.
thank you, Kadish, for keeping me on
Oh,
point.
you were waiting for me?
Yes, I was.
Okay.
All right, I boom bitched it again.
Bitch.
Game of Thrones spinoff. We're getting Aegon's Conquest
Oh,
right across Westeros.
I just brought it up
So
with the
yeah, what's crazy is that first of all, House of the Dragon spinoff of Game of Thrones
Right.
had some much needed love because the ending of Game of Thrones sucked.
Mm-hmm.
Then they're doing a spinoff of the Hedge Knight, and that's going to be the next series that comes out. And now they're saying, okay, we're going to go to the very beginning and have Aegon's Conquest be a new show. So Warner Brothers is really milking the Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm afraid
Yeah.
of, though. I'm afraid that they're like, hey, remember how freaking popular we were for about 6 years when we were just
Whoa.
making the most popular show ever made? We need to get back to that
Listen,
point. But
if-
they're
if-
like,
if-
I feel like that at this point now, they're just throwing everything.
I don't feel that way.
You don't think so?
Because if they can keep the quality up of House of Dragon
Hmm.
with this, then I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Because that's a good show. We all love that.
Aegon's Conquest would be fucking rad.
And I don't know anything about these stories. I haven't read the books.
Mhm.
The,
Well, I don't even think
my-
this is in the books.
my Game of
egg
Thrones.
and dunk. Egg and dunk is.
Egg and
yeah.
Dunk,
My-
but
my-
not the Conquest.
My Game of Thrones exposure is all
Yeah.
from these series.
Okay.
So
Jude,
Yeah.
you look like you're about to go on fire. So hit me with
I'm very excited
okay.
for Aegon's Conquest.
Okay.
So this is in the Fire and Blood book. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Fire and Blood starts at Aegon's Conquest, and it goes into detail on like his conquest with his two sister wives and what transpired, and then it trickles down into the House of the Dragons that we're currently
Mhm.
getting. But I have been thirsting for an Aegon's Conquest for a very long time, and I'm excited for this reveal. Like Aegon and in his two sister wives, shit, they're so fucking fierce. Like he came into the fucking new world and he was like, I'm your king. I have now conquered you.
Well, he had
And
dragons.
here's how I'm gonna fucking do
The
it.
people of Westeros had never seen dragons before,
They
right?
were a lower family. family as far as like dragon families came, and then once the Dune came, they were all that was left.
Right.
And so they went about just being like, well, we're king and queens now.
Yeah.
Oh shit, it's gonna be so fucking cool if they do it right.
If they do it right.
Yeah.
I mean, I like me some Game of Thrones.
I love
I'm
me
not
some
gonna
Game
lie.
of Thrones. Yeah.
I mean, they
So
they
far-
muffed up the last few seasons of that series, but as a non-book reader,
I love that.
I didn't realize how much they screwed it up.
Yeah.
Right.
But from what I understand is there's no books for those last couple seasons anyway, right?
Right.
So it's just
Yeah,
made up fan fiction bullshit.
Yeah.
So
pretty much after season 5.
yeah,
they're book free.
so
Hmm.
yeah, man, I just like a good fantasy
They were just
story.
out
I
there
like
swimming without a life
Yeah.
vest.
I like myself some dragons.
Remember
and
Gendry
stuff.
just like rowing for no reason? Oh, I'll be back later.
little family incest.
And he
with
just
some
runs
dragons.
from the north
Mhm.
all the way down freaking
Faster
Winterfell.
than a crow. Faster than a
That
crow.
motherfucker can run.
Yeah.
I just want to know when some big budget company is going to make the Dragonlance series.
Dragonlance?
Yeah, Dragonlance. That's if there's one fantasy series out there that I want to see before I die, done right. That's the one. It's a Dungeons and Dragons thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's awesome. And I'll have to explain it to you later. I don't have time to do it
You're
right now.
more likely to get Henry
But-
Cavill's Warhammer 40K.
I'm okay with that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
He
Yeah.
dropped some like a little hint here and there. I think he was doing an interview recently. I saw it all over Instagram. Where he was like, people were asking him like, "Hey, how's that Warhammer 40K thing going?"
It's
He's
gonna
like,
take some time.
it's
Yeah.
progressing well.
Yeah.
So
Speaking of Cavill, I heard that they're eyeing him to play
Oh
Aegon.
God.
Yeah.
No
Oh,
shit?
Wow.
Really?
whoa. Well, hold on. He's too busy to do that shit.
Huh.
Ah.
If they throw enough money at him,
Yeah, but Warhammer's got to happen.
Come on, dude. Henry Cavill in a
Fucking Game of fucking
Uh,
Thrones.
they,
Dude,
they
you know
can
how many-
they can delay game. They
How
can
many
delay
millions of women would
Listen.
simultaneously swoon? It's just
I can
holy shit.
I can
Doesn't it make you think that if they just cast him in that role and they just throw vomit at the screen, everybody's just gonna be like, "This is awesome"?
Yeah,
I'd
that's
rather.
dangerous.
I'm open, but I'd rather an unknown step into this role and it just be a.
Yeah, is Henry
fucking
Cavill
Dude,
too
production.
famous to do
if,
TV
if,
now?
If that happens,
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that like the price tag that comes along with Henry Cavill might tank a good writing team.
That's
that
fair.
comes
That's
along
a
with,
fair
like,
point.
If it's within your budget.
Yeah.
But I think that Henry Cavill is enough of a nerd that he'd be like, fucking
Listen.
pay the writers.
Listen,
'Cause he
the
doesn't want to work for a production that's just like bullshit.
that is one thing that is like the biggest feather in that guy's cap, right? He left The
Do you
Witcher.
think he drank the gold juice?
I don't think he did. I think he's just trucking along.
I don't know,
He's
man.
like, fuck you. I'm gonna muscle my way through this. He's Henry Cavill.
What if he's the golden boy, the golden juice?
Oh,
They're
that's
like,
terrifying.
we're
Don't tell
not
me
gonna
that,
let
dude.
everybody
I
know.
like Henry Cavill. Don't make me dislike Henry Cavill. No, but
Henry
like,
Cavill, have you drank the gold juice? It's okay. You can tell me.
are you
I got upside down crosses on my shirt. You can tell me.
are you part of the Illuminati, Henry Cavill? No.
I'm gonna get an upside down cross on my forehead.
Oh, okay. Just join Mark Wahlberg if I could do it every week.
He made me spit.
No, dude. If they lock in Henry Cavill for that role, that is insane. But I do agree
We're
with
all
you.
gonna watch it.
That brings in a high danger of them saying, okay, the price tag for Henry Cavill means we have to skimp on the freaking
Other things
other things.
that matter.
And if it's the writing crew, and if it's like George R. R. Martin's just phoning it in, that
Yeah.
I'm like,
We
So,
have
let me
Henry
ask-
Cavill, but we're just gonna do
Can I-
AI script.
Let me ask you guys
Yeah.
this question. So all the weirdos out there, they've got Pedro Pascal,
Oh
For
God.
Reed Richards.
who's like in everything, right?
yeah, yeah.
He's in
He's in
everything.
everything. So do we is Henry Cavill our Pedro Pascal? Do we just want to put him in everything because
Well,
we think he's cool,
I
and all the
disagree.
weirdos want to do
I
Pedro
disagree.
Pascal?
He's the face of nerddom.
Yeah,
Which is a very
here's the thing. Here's the thing
it's
that
small. it's
here's what
small-
Henry Cavill does that Pedro Pascal doesn't give
He
a shit
respects
about.
the lore.
He respects the lore. When he
Yeah.
says, "I'm the type of guy who's on set."
Pedro Pascal should have went, no,
Yeah.
I can't play Reed Richards because look at me.
He's not gonna do.
He's not going
Right?
to do that. He's going to take a paycheck.
right?
But Henry Cavill
Henry Cavill would have
would
said,
be like, "That's not my
I
role,
don't think
man."
I'm going to work for that.
But like when he's like, "I'm the type of guy on set who says, hey, this character would never do X, Y, and Z. Therefore, we shouldn't do X, Y, and Z." And the freaking goofball Jesus Christ, the goofball writing crew is like, "Oh, it's fine, guys. We'll just do it." And Henry Cavill's like, I think I'm going to leave this project. You can give it to Liam Hemsworth. Thank you very much. that's why I respect Henry Cavill more than I respect Pedro
Right.
Pascal.
Mhm.
Pedro Pascal's a fine actor. Nothing wrong with him, but when it comes to respecting the source material, the lore, I lean on Henry Cavill heavily.
He's one of us. He builds his own computers.
That's fucking
Yeah.
pretty dope.
For sure.
I've never even
Yeah,
done that
I
before.
feel like he is an actor. Oh, sorry, I'm not really sorry.
Hey, we're not. Listen, guys, this is a live show. We're all
We're just-
drinking
we're doing our
something.
thing.
It's
We're doing our
fine.
thing.
I
This is
feel
what we
like
do.
he is an actor who is also a nerd.
Yeah.
He
unlike
is.
a lot of other actors who were like, I don't really watch movies. I don't really watch
And
TV. I
listen,
don't really
I-
like.
I
I'm not
gotta-
really
They're
invested in these.
they're actors.
He's a
I-
person.
I got a man crush on Henry Cavill
Okay,
when he told the story about how he almost wasn't Superman
right.
because he was busy in a World of Warcraft raid and missed the phone call.
Whoa, yeah, that's true. I remember
Yeah.
that.
It's like he is one of me.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
He is one of my people.
Zack Snyder calls.
It's like, hey man,
I'm
I'm
busy.
gonna
I'm in the
raid.
middle of
It's
something.
like, I gotta kill the boss. Can I call you back later? It's like I'm the tank. They need me in the raid, right?
Yeah, right.
I don't know if he's a tank. I see him as a tank class,
He's probably
not a
I
healer.
think he's a mage.
No, I
No?
think he's a tank. He looks more like a tank to me. He's a warrior. He's a shield. Yeah.
I'm all for
Mm.
Henry Cavill attaching himself to whatever project he wants to be attached to. If it's Highlander, fucking do Highlander. If it's
Fist
Warhammer,
all of his
vagina,
roles-
whatever.
All of his roles are really cool.
yeah,
I'm gonna be a
everything that
Highlander. I want to do 40K.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the Witcher until they fuck it up, and then you know,
yeah.
I'm gonna. It's just like
This dude
you
can't
go,
live.
And
Henry,
if Hollywood is like,
Superman.
you have to just insert yourself into Jude's vagina
Wow, you just got replaced.
for a season, who am I to say no? I'm.
Would he say no? That's the question.
Oh, he's
Oh,
not
no,
gonna say no.
I'd
like-
want to watch.
Wow, you just.
Well, now you know
Eh.
some things.
I kind of probably would too. It's like, all
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who among you would not want to watch?
I mean,
but the,
Henry
the
Cavill?
real question
Okay.
is, would you want to watch this spinoff?
And
Yeah.
if Henry Cavill had to insert himself into my lovely husband for a season,
ooh,
I probably wouldn't.
This is getting weird.
But I would be
If-
like,
it's getting weird.
I mean, who am I?
If
This
Henry,
is this is like a
regardless of
membership
Henry,
material.
yeah, regardless of whether or not Henry Cavill's attached to the Game of Thrones sequel, spinoff, whatever you want to call it,
Whether
prequel,
or not he has to
I'm-
insert himself
I'm-
into a human.
Wow.
I'm.
Who
Well,
are we?
you know what?
Who are we?
Hold on a second.
Who,
I
are we?
Speaking of inserting things into human beings,
Oh my god.
there was a recent interview with Henry Cavill where he was talking about sex scenes and how he's like, I don't
Oh yeah.
get it.
He really
Yeah.
doesn't.
He's
do
like,
them,
I'm
does
not into them. Show the curtains blowing in the wind.
Yeah.
Imply whatever. I'm not interested in overly grotesque
he?
sex
I
scenes.
mean,
Yeah.
that
And if
first
now you
season,
put-
the first season of The Witcher naked stuff was pretty
He's
hot.
in a bathtub.
Pretty hot.
Yeah, he's on a
I
bathtub.
mean, that's
that's straight from the
Yennefer
game.
chick was pretty wild.
Yeah.
So I think there's a difference between nude scenes and sex scenes.
Right.
Nude scenes are just like
Yeah.
you.
But Game of Thrones is known for that freaking
Yeah.
HBO hardcore sex scenes.
yeah.
Henry Cavill's not going to be into that.
There's a lot of like nude, like torture scenes too.
Oh, that's
like,
There
also
wasn't-
creepy.
There wasn't a
and
lot
weird.
of.
Yeah.
Was there a lot of nude stuff in House of Dragon? I don't remember anything.
Well, I mean, they murdered a baby in the first episode.
Yeah, but there's not like any like weird like nude full frontal dicks and stuff in
this
it.
season is
Was there?
No, I don't think
I
so.
don't remember.
this
think-
Not yet.
this season we're getting into like the actual like Dance of the Dragons. And
Right.
it's gonna get fucking graphic.
Is it gonna get weird?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's not gonna get weird. It's gonna get fucking dark and graphic.
Yeah, cool.
All right.
So,
I want to just welcome really quick all of these people that are hanging out.
Yeah, that's
We're
cool.
getting a good retention rate from the raid. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and think about hitting that sub button too. We're trying to grow this thing over here.
Also, every Tuesday at 1
Yeah.
p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, we do these live streams.
Yep.
Cover a lot of stuff. So it's definitely worth, if you guys like what you saw here, come on back. It gets much worse, I assure you.
If not, might get
Listen,
better.
if after the conversation we just had, these people are still hanging out,
Yeah,
you're cool.
there are people.
Oh.
Yeah, you're cool. Thank you for producing the show because
He's been producing the shit out of stuff today.
he's been doing great.
It's very
Yeah.
quiet.
Great job today. He's focused. He's focused.
his
It's got,
plate,
it's got a lot of screens.
his plate is full of spinners.
Yeah, he's balancing plates. I'm over here getting drunk.
We're
with
just
Colt
we're
45.
drinking
Yeah.
Colt 45 and Johnny Walker Red.
talking mad shit.
Well,
I
it-
saw a meme the other day that was like the end is worlding.
It-
And I was like, yeah.
if,
Yeah.
if you guys out there watching us want more of this, we're going to be going over to the members stream.
Yeah.
And hopefully, if technology works, as soon as this ends, you guys will be automatically redirected. But if not, just go to saltynerdlive.com or just check out the link in the description to the next show. So,
Yeah, we got you. We do a ton of content here at the Salty Nerd Podcast, and Andy Signer's a good guy. So thank you guys so much for the raid. On that note, is there anything else?
yes, we got a couple of super chats.
We have super chats to cover. Okay, let's do that, and then we're gonna bounce. Oh shit! I almost clicked the end streams.
Whoa!
Don't touch the button.
I'm gonna stop touching things because I almost hit the end stream. That was
Don't
scary.
button touch. Don't. Button touch.
Canadian 279.
Yeah, from Carbonized Stardust.
Oh, carbonized stardust. Yeah.
Slap
Slap
that
that
like
like button, y'all. I love it. She also said this was an insane show. Yeah. Welcome to the party.
Yeah,
Oh, it's not insane for us.
This is a
Pretty normal.
Tuesday.
pretty normal. Pretty normal. In fact, we're pretty.
I mean, it would be insane for a Monday.
No,
Yeah.
Tuesday's fine.
It's Tuesday.
I mean, it's practically
I'm
hump
actually.
day.
I'm actually.
You should
feeling,
see us on hump day.
You should see us on Home Gang Day.
Home gang?
We haven't done a home gang in a long time.
Home gang.
Home gang is what started the Saturday show.
Yeah, I watched,
But,
dude. I watched like all 3 seasons of that. I just binge watched Norseman. Fuck, it's so good.
so good.
God damn it, that show's good. All right,
Um,
Adam Woodruff again for $2 says the running rumor is building up to retelling Game of Thrones E. What is E? GOT.
GOTE. I don't know what
What
that
is? Do you know what that is?
Game,
Huh?
Game
Oh,
of Thrones.
sorry. I was nodding because of the drink that I made Vader.
Jude's making me like a 90% strong.
It's
food.
strong though. Taste it.
Beer's going right through me. GOT. I don't know what GOTE, or maybe that was just a typo because you hit the button wrong. I don't know what that is.
That's
Does anybody?
Isn't
Anybody
it
thoughts? Thoughts?
Running rumor.
I'm gonna go with Game of Thrones. The running
Yeah.
rumor is building up to retelling.
Oh, I mean, like the last couple seasons.
maybe,
Is that what they're thinking
Maybe.
about doing?
maybe.
They're not going to remake that, are they?
yeah.
That
No.
would cost millions of dollars.
I mean, they could. I guess
Another $2 from Dork Knight. I left the first Dune book at home. My bad, bro.
it's crazy. You know what?
He
Danny,
brings
honest-
you
I-
you fucking 6 books.
I
Go to
got
the fat cam. Go to the fat cam.
Christ.
I got
He brings-
7,000 pages of words, to
And he
read,
forgets the first
and I
one.
don't have the first book.
Did I not put it in Discord? I took a picture of it to put it in Discord, and I guess I just
Danny's insane. He's
Danny's crazy.
I'm going to order it tonight.
they were just
From
sitting
Amazon.
there in the rain.
Yeah.
Danny gifted another 5 subs.
thank
Congratulations,
you.
the 5 of you
Thank you.
who has accepted those. You will be transferred
great.
hopefully over to the next stream. And William Forbes also gifted 1 sub.
That's awesome.
Congratulations.
Thank you,
guys.
William.
Yeah, that's what 16 subs total today. Thank you guys. That's amazing.
That's yeah,
amazing.
So,
Um,
It annoys me that I can't put a picture in our YouTube chat.
oh, you gotta get
Yeah.
they don't do that yet. Anyway, we're gonna finish this off. Vader, do you have any final thoughts for the amazing people in the chat?
No, just thank everybody for being here, and thank you to all our new members and everybody that gifted the memberships and the people that bought actual memberships. And
Yeah.
it's cool. I'm having a great time today.
This was a great
So this is what I'm
podcast.
super
today. I had a lot of fun. Whatever the topics
I
we
feel like
covered,
I needed to like have a couple drinks and just
we're just losing. It's Colt
it's
45.
been a crazy week.
Is this the magic mixture?
What are you
You're
trying
on
to do?
Johnny Walker. I'm on Colt 45, and
Uh,
Jude's drinking aviation gin like it's freaking going out of style.
I know, man.
I started with the Moonka though, so I'm on a whole nother level.
and she just handed me her phone. I
I-
don't know what she wants me to do.
I want you to find the general chat because
This
I can't find it
baby
anymore.
little baby hand phone.
It's a tiny
I-
phone. Kadish, final thoughts for the chat.
Just stay tuned for our members chat. We're going to be talking about why superhero movies suck right now.
Yeah. What's going on with superhero movies?
I'm probably going to gear the conversation more towards like Dune and the
No.
Benny Jesuit.
Not at all.
Who knows what's
The
going on?
Benny
The
Jesuit.
there are some
degenerates.
The
Degenerates.
degenerates.
Oh,
Goddamn
yeah.
degenerate witches.
Hey, you want to go to Benny Jesuit tonight?
There are some cool Dune.
You're gonna hang
video
out and
games
watch
there.
Benny Jesuit together. All right,
what
folks.
are you doing this weekend? I'm going to Benny Jesuit.
Um,
Just gonna fucking.
oh, did you hear who's
We need-
playing
we
at the
need-
freaking joint this weekend?
We need to end
It's
this.
Benny Jesuit.
We
Yeah.
need to end this.
Yeah, we're done.
We got to move on.
On that incredible disappointment, to take a word from Jeremy Clarkson,
Someone.
we'll see you all next week.
What's wrong with you guys?
Stay salty.